them.
Mỗi tuần nào mình rất nô kẹp cũng đây
Archer
gì
is
đấy.
not really the most favorable hero when these junglers want to pick up something. But yeah, these guys they are really good at assassins, so we might be seeing some assassins coming
Cái
out as
cái nó
well.
bền tới chú mà tự u đấy. Hello guys, hello. Ai cái khôn ta bên đó khôn ta đi à đấy cô. Ai cái khôn cái mỗi cái khôn cái này là hôi. ET cái nó cái này cô. ET cái TRT cái.
Not much assassins either because of course both of the flashy ones.
Hero cái photo half wire cái.
Joseph just decides to
Hero cái photo cái half này này.
Pick up the Fanny in first game, and I think that would be a kind of
mỗi cái ta đấy.
Very, I wouldn't prefer it, but
mỗi cái ta đâu sẽ ta là cái.
Flashy gameplay, I will take it, but of course second shot immediately locking in that DC. No surprises there. It's a top meta pick Xpilina. Let's see if there's any Karita, Zushin or Farsa pulling up in the hands of Crooks Requiem, because of course they got Eden, and Eden, he loves these three mages.
Yep, of course. People call him the trident mage player because of course he
Tai mỗi một con tai, đối tai.
There we go. Immediately.
Oh, immediately.
Cái nó bên tổng này chứ để lên slot cái bên tuổi. Lên slot chẳng cân rồi gì cả.
Always the same thing. Always the Zushin that makes the difference for every single mid laner. And right now it's going to be going into the hands of Eden, and he does like to play that hero. And as you can see, now from the other side though, we know that Bit, he's
cái nào nó âm tắc khăng thế cái nào nó mới player mới làm gì.
But not really in this meta.
Cái ET player cái đống tàu mình à.
David, do you think this first game is just going to be an experiment for these guys?
Game sana bro, ai game sana bro. Bata मैं ai game di sana dre. Headphone याव ते कोई जे headphone याव ते hands free ने. Bata ngang dhar again hands free तो थम्मा का नहीं किस. Hello guys.
I'm disappointed, man. What is this?
ET karam mano. ET je suna cái left side cái je. Sacred Shrine hay je Sacred Shrine hay je ET ne.
Significant buff because
Mà mình mèo je. Mỗi je khang thì organization to pa no wa macam sa. Dia cái macam sa mỗi cái. Mà mình ngồi mà đấy.
Okay, he just wanna have it. I just heard someone say that, and yeah, he just wanna have his King Kong moment.
Cái nó tàu is tournament grand final này. Grand final yang thơ gì cái nó.
Okay.
Cái chỉ lại tăng một nụ pa gì nữa. Grand final kia khá rất lộ nè. Ai à bấm bị sát lạc quá. Mấy ai thì cái ngô lịch tầm nhau gì.
Nah, man. But
Why would you start flexing?
TYJ EBT đâu, EBT đâu vậy?
Tournament like, I mean, but
Cái brother Gabriel, cái brother
Joseph is known
Dexter
for,
rồi.
you know, Joseph is known for chaos, right?
Magi team này, Magi team. Mana lại nè, ono của xem không
And it doesn't matter if that happens inside his own team. Of course, it's going to be a Joseph, and we are all in the Joseph
Chỉ
moment right now.
cái đâu này có best of
Being a
seven,
joy pick,
best of seven này
we
chứ.
are, of course,
Game
in
thì
the
cũng nipan thì hầu như hai,
moment.
nipan mà khai đấy hầu rồi.
Yeah.
we are.
No, we are all part of Joseph's moment right now, guys. We are all so lucky to be with
Ai cái set chỉ là cái nó number 2, number 3 cái thay cái chỉ cái nó ai không thế. Lens là number 2 cái thay.
Like little cat girl stepping, of course.
Nang rồi ra kêu ngay vậy, chỉ đi tìm anh rồi, chỉ đi tìm anh rồi. Who is Crook Squad Hyper? I don't know. Này khai sẽ number 1 lại, Vidyananda and number 1. ET cái đó ETจะ left side cái gì? Sacred Shrine hay gì ET này có? Đó ở số nào cái gì na? TRT đó. Có India đó khoai đi cái hay vậy đó mày làm hay nó vậy đó. Mày làm hay nó bị squad đó. Right side cái gì na?
Yep.
Ở đó mấy game cho qua để sát sát hậu để em đã xong tôi sẽ lệ. thôi cái giờ cái đã skip tàu ra tiền đây gì yên ngon nói chứ yên ngoài đây say na khang
Obviously, these bands are. I just feel like they just don't want any more high HP, high sustained things.
YouTube channel officer này
Screaming that to me.
Joseph Hyper oh Joseph giao bên này
Like, yeah, Eve has a shield, but for how long? And it's not something that Esmeralda can really abuse easily unless they want to go for Matilda, which is I don't think they're gonna go for because okay, Gatut is out. They can still go for. I feel like some different.
Joseph 산나이 뭐 마야위 하리 시기 거기
lower down the hero pool.
나오지나 하였거니
But
Joseph
hey,
왜
you can
때문에
still pull up Kaja, especially considering the fact that
TRT 제 cây lồng này TRT 제 khăng thì này bro mix mới mix với bên này
out of existence.
Mizo masa naga masa
Even the claw
làm nhau
actually
con
can be easily
password recover tàu bro
off
password
the
recover tàu với
blazing
tàu
duet. So I feel like this bands are
mấy tem ra game nhau kìa mấy tem ra
just
thì
trying to
crisis
make it
crisis size
easy for, one hero. That is
thì mấy tem ra rồi này
Eve, obviously she needs to poke and she needs some what do you say some space.
mới photo mà làm gì mà
Luna will
as
just
đi
run behind and focus
ngã
on
chắc cỡ mà
as well. That's why I think those are the reasons.
ngã ôn gì với
It
gangu
was not particularly because they had anything in mind. But hey, let's see.
hello đã bị
Coming in from Secret Shrine.
ingat pa kam query ke
Suppression coming in.
tumam jaung khang te ai game sana te ai game sana ai na akoi community da hairam bane ai game sana bado live le pani na
Right now is this
no stream man
okay,
hairam
I'm
bane
finally clear about it. I was just wondering if this PC is going to be a goal lane one or not because they have the Eastern Shin Hyper, the Eastern Shin jungler, so we know that
Crooks na la eh
when he
badam em
goes to
comment
jungle,
to biro he
there's a
karam
high
karam team
possibility of having a double
ngai
fighter
support
combo
tong na
play.
ke
So we're
karam
going to see
team na
double
car
fighter,
ni
of course, but not the
no comment down
goal
comment to
lane
biro
EXP1. We're going to see the Roman EXP1.
karam
And
mana
of
ka
course,
de
the
mali
Padang is a very, very good pick. Like the mobility that it has, on top of that, the sustain as well that it can provide. With all those shields, it comes from the fist break, right? So that's actually a very good one.
game ke doroge
Okay,
game
now
sana dre
you
da
are
bro
inviting trouble. Because now we are looking at this Lapu come in, so it's going to be really interesting. Who wins
Manipur
this
dai
lane
som da
matchup,
thok se Manipur
especially
ki team
because it will depend
EBT le
a
sti
lot
ji
more on the rotations.
EBT ne yak lau na koi bada Devrel na PY je su yaw bu ne lineup sem ma ne mana ngang ke kha khomjal la ga EBT play level EBT je si di final ne EBT yaw do phang di si tournament je si di final ne final grand final de si di si ani si tang haure LCF kai do le haure
Okay.
khoi Manipur khak ta ki team pam me hai ta di EBT le ko EBT di direct yak long na ju zik lai ri khoi di brother i sak nam jo black ata ka le eh asidi moi gi je jersey ge le asi moi gi Crooks Requiem hai je si na sponsor to web jan moi si photo hap to am yaw sina sina keno ngani Joseph ada noi gi nga sak ma nga sa loi to am le to ikai jai ma di photo hap di jo mi khana ba je kyam ho ro ja na ma na photo hap ikai ja ko ndi mai ma sak si ying ni som da
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all to the finals of the Northeast Underdog Tournament 3.0, running in its third edition with all its might in all its flight, and we are going to witness a showdown between Team Crooks Requiem and Team Sacred Shrine, and bringing
Graphics
to
ka di
you
tau
is
re moi
Quantum
se me
Games. Right now,
Haure,
the
haure.
first match is
Hyper ji
on,
kai
and
kai no.
if you do not want your
Yusin
friends,
Hyper ka
family, and anyone else who plays this game
Ama
to miss
Zoe
out
Hyper
the
ka.
finals of these best teams in India right now, then you do want to share this stream.
Of course, gotta share a stream.
Zagoi
and
gi
at the
oza
same time,
udaba
make sure
kui
you
re
chat
kui
out, of
kui
course, stay active
Nahi
and
Apex
share
kai
your
di
opinions about
ui de
what
da.
you think, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's game number 1. Of course, we're gonna keep the energy a little bit in the balance. Gotta save it for the game 7 and stuff, because hey.
Apex
Crooks
so
Requiem
khatna
and
na hai
Sacred
ro
Shrine, I
khatna
am
mai
expecting
ja
for a
de
game
mi da
7 game, all right? I've already.
de
I'm
mi da
just gonna
masai
Google it. I wanna see a 7th game. It has to go mid.
mayai du yeng ge ne
If not,
mayai du yeng ge ne
damn, one
u
team
dre ba
might
mayai
just
du
win out to be a little bit too superior, but hey.
PYJ karam na PYJ yaw
Of
di
course, back to you,
PYJ
Pedro,
ti
and then
EBT da PYJ ti
And
EBT
with
da
that, in the mid
Ojik
lane,
sanai
one of the
sina
main pit is actually getting pressured here.
ET versus TRT ni klik sanai jana
More concerned about
Aring
you
ba
with
team na
Joy,
tani ko
right? Because we all know
mamang
Joseph
jahi
is
dagi
so easy
jahi
to
hor
get
pa
ahead.
dai kai digi ใหญ่ไกลนะดุลาบะ
I mean,
ติมมานี
the
ใน
play
ที่
style of Crooksrickham is this way. They get the joy and
India
let the
ge-
joy play
India ge
alone,
yak law wat
and
tim ma
the
di
other
se ni
four
jo
will be
idine.
playing together when the power spike, not the power spike, when the second turtle is gone. So
Masak to
this is
yengene
usually
udre ne
what
masak to.
Crooksrickham goes for. But
Azai.
I'm also pretty sure. Oh, never mind. Look at
Enjal
that.
la di sa ba ta ni.
Immediately,
Lampu
first
da
blood
hala.
might be pulling up into the hands of Art, and I think it will
Thadok
happen.
kadra ne.
No, they do not commit, and first blood doesn't come just yet, and with it, they're gonna wait.
Mai
for
mai
the
khon
turtle
jam hau
coming
bro
in
kan to
10
game
seconds
sound
or
na
so
du
further.
du.
Yep, of course, 10 seconds.
Masi di kha
That
thadara
is
ge na
more
amne
than
khadang
enough
je.
time for them to take their positions. And level 4 will definitely matter, and Beat will not have it right now. Not even Poppy Shrek will have it, but of course, there is Joseph. who's
Phen kitang ai
providing
thơ
all
ya
the
bas
confidence
phen
that he needs at a level 3 as a
phen
high
je
loss.
ta phen je tha dra ni ne.
Yeah. You know, when you win out onto this mid lane, you're bound to
Phen je
have
tha
a
de
better
phone
setup
po kha
onto
ka
the
do.
objective. Never mind,
Lai
Stunner.
thơ ge.
Oh, looks like an engage is popping up, and the first blood
Nice
might be into the
victory.
table, but the first turtle goes into the hands of course, Joseph, aka Such as Life. But the first blood actually, surprisingly, is going to be the Yushin Shin taking down Van Satoru along with Romcom.
Yushin Shin gi retri ji ge lukham bai ge tawe.
Already coming in
Ngam
strong,
tan
and of
thada gre.
course,
Nung
to
su
be
bro
honest,
chu di
it is
phen ne phen.
definitely the Zushin making the impact, and Bid
Oh, yes.
was going to take some time to get a little bit online.
And
Game
now,
yeng di song nai na ko
things
doin ta
are
ge.
not looking so favorable after
Dead
the first
race for
turtle
love.
fight. Because Sacred
Yeah.
Shrine are behind, and they are behind by a lot.
Ai headphone yaw de ko
More
dun
than
ne sound
1K
ji tang chai
difference
thuk
in
pe
the
da toi.
first minute is
Headphone yaw de
actually
dum
not a
mayam
good
dum
sign for
khang
this
min na
lineup
je.
that they are going forward
Charge
with,
tàu
which
của
is
Trăng
so
Gửi
heavily
phone.
dependent on the farm.
And you know, Yisun Sin kind of requires the first turtle for him to be able to get to the snowball potential, because if you do not really have that, you kind of lag onto the damage. You're gonna have to depend on dealing with, so they're gonna have to wait out just a little bit longer, because they already lose out a lot, like you already mentioned. So
Si kai no mana pai
now
spill ji
I
kai no.
think Crooksrickham will have the better set onto the rotation as well, and the center of the
Brave
map
smite ka
will
pai
be
thai.
completely in their control. But onto the mid side though,
Not much engage, it's just a little bit poke happening, and I feel
Henjan na
the
da bi ni
next
henjan na da bi
fight
ni.
will most likely engage when we
Finally na
see
mo je soi ba
them
da ba.
together, of course, into Red Turtle Pit. For now, we're just
Crisis
gonna see
the
a
goal
little
lane mai
bit
chat pa ni.
here
Goal
and
lane
there,
pa sa nam ne manau.
rotations being made. Art has to watch out his steps though, because he is most likely going to be their primary target. He's just retaliating right now. Yeah, screw you. for the
Maming ga jong
disturbing
papi
me.
straight kai jan.
Yep, for now though,
Mayung asi
seems
maming
like
mayam jan da khang
the
de
side
ba.
of
Sigi
Sacred
bit
Shrine
si
are
budi
still looking
ET
for an opening, right?
mes pa de.
Waiting for Crooks to show up at a wrong position where they can punish him. But even Crooks is so much more aware.
Mok moi badang ji
Looks
tang
like
wa la.
Joseph is completely aware of Van's
Moi ki
position.
badang ji.
Doesn't commit
Bus
though.
sang ba khot pa.
Turtle coming up in 5.
yep, turtle is gonna be set up here again by Crooksrickham trying to find ways, but this time around,
Sigi
Sacred
joy
Shrine are
lum mi da
actually
mana
very
khang da
ready
di
to
ya.
try
Da
to
bu
go and
sigi turtle
contest
phai ji
on
kana
it.
ngam mani.
Mountain Soaker already up, but they do have the
Phật
real
giấy.
manipulation. Look at the flicker.
Lai khat le si
Art
badang
just
de.
missed out on his second skill. There's not going to be enough fist action coming in, but Eden might be coming in from behind. Look, the obviously position of Van Satoru as well.
Rồi giờ quay
Not
xa
only
kìa
might
này.
not just be
Free
taken
đã.
down right here, he's sustaining,
Free
and
là
he's
quay
going to go
xa.
back at the same time. Eden with the Crimson Beacon onto the other side. The Joy is coming in as
Yeah.
well, looking out the damage. Such as Life has to watch out his positioning. He's going to
Thì
go
đi ET lần này
back
khá
as
lẽ
well.
chứ
Hylos
đi.
in the midst of 4 people might get taken down here.
Oh.
Check all as I speak, and Bid right now obviously getting that kill. We might have to
ET
see a
karam
little
ET
bit
je
coming
blue
up
team je.
right here,
Blue
Feather.
team je ET ne.
And after that engage, the Turtle is in control of Sacred Shrine. And
Thang ga tiền
even
ga
with
thang ga
that
tiền ga tàu về.
goal that they were behind on, they still do not let these turtles slip away, make a comeback happen. And that is exactly the way these teams play, right? They do not let
MPL
those
lạc
small
tôi
moments
India
slip
ki.
away. They just make it count.
Cái
And that
gì
is
MPL
exactly
đó.
what Sacred Shrine did.
MPL là.
You know, just sieging that
Mayang
moment and making
Premier
it
League
theirs.
happening da
They
MPL
beat this
là.
turtle as
India
well.
đã
And
lạc
now
tôi
look
đó.
at Christ, is he the one getting
Ở
dominated?
dây.
Oh my God!
Nappi,
Inside
nappi.
the tower, he dies, and that is a good kill going into the hands of Fate right now, who might be just ahead. And you do not want a Bruno to get ahead of a Claude.
Definitely, you really don't
À,
want
cái
to
tiền
give
chứ
the
phật giờ
Claude
bên này không để
the
sử dụng mà lại
Bruno
khát
a
lại
free farm to the
mai
early
play
stages
ra
of this
phải
game.
yên
This is
Phật
kind of a snowball competition.
khả năng mình đâu
but
ra
hey,
hai phát tiền
Mountain
cái là
Soccer
palm
again.
rồi thì đi cái.
Mountain Chopper coming on top of Mark and Rio. Better
Và
watch
đấy,
out his
tiền
positioning.
kỹ ở
He
rồi view ấy.
barely scrapes it off. The crit hit
You
with
xin xin
not
Sky pressure
enough
sai cả
to
rồi
take
gì.
it down, and he's gonna go
Sai gai
back
ra
for now at least. Ready to score his score 2-4-2. The goal remains the same as well for them.
Yep, it still remains the same. There's not enough difference.
Play je
to
mid
make
thup
a
pa hero
difference
ka
in the
khar
game
jeng
for
ning mane
now.
to yeng ba phang
But
de.
yeah, the thing is,
châu nung
they are
adu
actually
du
lagging
bene
behind
ta
in
nung
terms
ta
of going in the goal lane, right? For the side of Crook. So they have to be more
Yeah.
careful about that. I think Crisis, they need to provide him some support. There has
yi
not
shin
been
je
enough
kotsi yan
rotation
sai ne
to gang down the Bruno from their side yet. So I think that is a concern for me right now.
e mai ai du yeng ne he
It's
bondu
true, it's true. Because the fact that you're gonna be letting it
Camera
free
pa
on
inu pa
him,
ju
that
hai
was
ne
a close one. That's two resources being burnt away. But yeah, going back to the gold lane side, I would say when you have a Bruno onto your opposing side, you really wanna stop the Bruno on
Eish,
tracks.
purify
But
namgi.
hey, Van.
napo
Mid
napo
lane, look at that. Punches is coming in from the side of Art, but it's gonna be enough. Yes,
Padring
it
na.
is Poppy Shack. Will get taken down again into the hands of course, none other.
Early game
than
the rate
Too
na khan
Close
nai ram mane
for this mid laner.
Blue nung nai
Because the
khale
last turtle is gonna be popping up. This height of second shine.
Zo
looks
ai je
like
kai na
they're a
pham
little
je
bit too
tap tap
strong
pe
for
ai wa khan
tonight.
da
Cruise looking to be taking in maybe, but still they're gonna keep going. Look at that, Fredo. Mark and Ryu.
Mark Henry wants to go in. He misses out on that first kill, and they will miss out on defending the first lane tower.
goal
in the
it
mid
kya
lane
no
as
goal
well.
it only
And
4
with that,
400
the most important tower that
400
me
gold
and Ray always talk about, the mid lane one. Very, very important. You lose that, you are exposing your jungle. And that means right now, Crooks Requiem have lost the most
horen
important
cloud ki
objective,
LT
of
cloud
course,
ki
after
LT
those
phajabam
initial
lak pa da
objectives
yani horen
in the map.
Yeah.
So
Lee
now
Sin Sin nerf
it's going
chakre
to
ai
be
di kem
less
khang de bro
real estate,
anau wa
that
mayam
means
je
more
tawe to cloud ki LT chai gai
coming
ne
in. The
tum
fight
mani
is
de
broken out and it's Van Sataru goes down first. It's 5-man invade. It's a 5v5 brawl going on in the mid lane river area. And seems like it's two bodies fallen down already in the hands of Sacred Shrine. Crooks Requiem, Bobby Shrek the only one
tower
going.
ma khaw gre
Wait
team
though,
fight ta
takes
ngai
the
da tower ma
bottom
khaw gre
side, and that should be a consolation prize for the extra
Yeah.
lane now.
please
That's gonna be definitely the compensation. Trying to look for it, but Sadislav.
kai ni ma tai du si final ni
my
ne ma
goodness,
ring ta
babe.
ta sana
With that one
Thì
hit,
mà nào?
was able to get the kill down there. So
Cái đó
this
là
is
gì rồi
definitely
kìa?
gonna be
Ê,
the
game
game
sana chơi bro.
for Sacred Shrine back
Ê, đi game
into
sana
their
chơi.
own good footing that they were trying to accumulate.
Akwai
at the
caster
early
ma'am cái
stages
một khuôn
of
cho
this
mà hâu
game,
rõ
and
chỉ hâu
now
rồi đi ai
they
khá
are
cắt nó
all
hai
over the
tiêu.
place. I think the little bit of a cutback coming out of the side Curtis Kim was actually worthwhile, but yeah, they did look
Tàu việc cái nó si dia. Advertise cái đi tàu cái nó he.
Is enough because Van Sataru comes in from behind, takes the kill into the Claude, and will fit right down. Poppy Shack.
Em money jang hai lo siêu.
3 people from the hands of Sacred Shrine, and I don't think he's going to be able to survive.
Em money jang hai lo
because they're
cái
going to be broken down and
Sa
he's
thốc
going to
phí
go
đấy.
back to the infirmary to
Mobile
get
Legends nó phải
prepared
tiền
and
kêu
come
về
back.
rồi.
Yes, and four legs will take a
Advertise
long
đây
time
là
to
tí
get
cô guys.
prepared. Of
Advertise
course,
đây
10
là xuống
seconds,
nó thế.
still not enough, I
Xem
guess.
đi sau
But
cái
it
đi.
will be enough for people who are in the land of dawn right now. playing
ET đi rồi mà được cho
finals
khai
out.
sự mà này mà
And
ET đi
they
rồi
won't
mà.
be able to defend this bottom lane as well. I mean, after that first turtle, things have been just going down for Crooks Requiem. They're losing structures across the map. They're
MVP
giving
cái
away
thằng cái
farm,
gì nè.
and they're of course
Caster
losing
mà tao nó
towers
rồi.
everywhere. And look at the caster's prediction as we can see on the screen
Caster
right
MVP
now.
cái ngon phong gì kìa.
And looking at that, Debbie here is supporting Crooks Requiem, but
What the
she
hell?
does want it to go the long way, right? She wants it all in. Feel that
Ồ
best
mỗi
of
cái
seven.
prediction này mỗi ngày gì. Score prediction này best of
is
7
where
gì.
we're gonna, try to look for. Okay,
Phải cái hậu
okay.
đấy.
Oh, mid lane, look at the mountain shocker popping in. Mark and Ryu does go in with the
Tiền
great
cái
spider,
khu gì
but
hai lô
obviously
siêu mà
he
ninh nó
has
cái
to
này mà.
win. But arguably I'm popped
Hai lô
up
chỉ
and
tí
Mark and
phát
will be
rề.
taken out. Dead will be
Chỉ
unstoppable.
quay last hazard là gì
Whoa.
à rồi mà nè.
But beside will be enough, and the damage will be enough for Rom Pumpkins taking down Poppy
TV anh lên đây, hai lô sẽ TV anh lên đây.
as the Lord's gonna be spawning in 9
Số nên là mỗi team là EO đây.
Shine with the heavy lead, such is life. He has to follow that model and go back.
Yes, definitely. Right now, they are leading by a lot. And Crooks Requiem, they are not really finding space.
First
as
game
well,
today,
even though we know
ET
that
nó cao
these
tới mà
guys
này.
have the
ET
height
này
of
có
who
sẽ
can
blue team gì ET
easily
red
open
team
up the
nữa.
map, along with
TRT.
along with the Lapo as well. Even then, they're not really finding space on the map that they can play with. And the fact that they have a Claude is not helping as well.
Play
because
tàu rồi
the
đó.
Claude
Ai
does
game đi
need
sana
to be
dre
ahead, and
guys.
right
Ai
now,
game
Crisis
đi
is
sana
just
dre.
way too behind.
Game cái live thả hai ta cái địch tăng khá lẽ
It's not
thả.
really looking good. Bruno is definitely going to blast them. Fate is hitting hard already.
Yeah, 2K goal lead, definitely not the best case scenario.
Final ni na ko
for,
mo jo
Crooks
thakat na
Requiem
fogat na
right
kari
now,
tau
but
jai jan.
hey, it's gonna be Van trying to get
Final
something
sana
out
rin,
again. But yeah, 3 items already into the hands of the Bruno here.
Riêng ta cái đi tít này làm
He's
đi.
gonna be able to dish out the damage that he
Cái
really
lầm
did.
nó
They
si
really
je
wanna go
mix
for
ni
2
đó.
marksmen,
Lầm
2
mấy
scaling
team sa
marksmen
team
into the
anh
hands of
mắc đó mấy
Sacred
team
Shrine,
sa
and
lo
they
yaw.
are doing really good into the
Ama
early stages
mam
of this
ani ni
game.
dum yaw.
The Lord is gonna go into the bottom lane, and they might eventually try to start to get something of a turret, but never mind, look at Rom-Com though.
Crisis TRT đi yaw rồi. Yaw yaw. Mà ET đi yaw mà đó.
Not really
TRT đó yaw rồi.
being the most Sigma tonight, I guess.
Satrang board kinja lai.
Yeah, and we get, oh my god, Crimson Beacon from the hands of Eden right now will go back.
MM ani jang
That's
all
one
le
use.
ji ade
We'll
high
see,
loss
but
ka
the
jo
Lord is already
khang
melted
la
down,
ngam
but
de
it's not going to be mattering because of course they're going to be pressing into the bottom lane, and with it they will take it. And right now I do think Sacred Shine should go back and regroup. So for some time and maybe wait a while. But what is the damage from Faye? Takes down Eden.
Pudre
And right now,
ge
Multiple coming in as well.
ji
The
ka
Harris
no
will be
Oh,
the pathway,
come
but
in
is it gonna
je
be
pa
enough?
zai
Crisis will
blazing
be
to
building
wet
wet. Will
Kwai
Moonshine
gi
take
yeng ba
down
nungai ba
a
skill ne
shutdown
je
into the hands of Blade, and he will now run away, which of course
Anang
is
kai
lucky, but
chatni
is it gonna be
rom
enough
chen
though?
ni
Because the monkey is not providing any movement speed, and he's gonna be taken down. Crisis
oh,
will face the crisis despite the shut it down. He will also get the same treatment as he goes back to the base, and right now inhibitor into the mid phase has also fallen. Let's see what happens, Fredo.
loi ni da lo shalo da
Let's see what
mathang game da
happens.
mo
They are cracking the
draft
base
to
open. They do have
pat
just
khai
one
ra kok
cannon
sana
minion,
ga
but R decides to go
nai
on,
ga
and there it comes, a fist break as well. They're trying to target the tower.
Tower
but
yan
there
zale,
is the
tower yan zale.
damage coming in from Saty's
Is
side.
wipe out
He
chale di
takes down the
azade
Queen
he
Tree, but Saty's life is not stopping at one. He goes down for two.
fazai
And
comeback
there
la
is
ni
a
ko si di
throw
comeback
from
lak pa ki
Sacred
chance lai
Shine.
re
They throw bodies to try and end the game, but those bodies all fall down. Romcom still trying to dash away, but it's not enough as Joseph will take him down as well. And
wipe out
Sacred
chat pa ga chap
Shrine
manai do ji de moi da
have fallen behind.
score is 0-0
yeah.
this is the
They're
first
definitely
game
falling behind right now, but then again, they still can eventually lose out on the overdose. But yeah, they cannot
ET
do
ge
it
hawdok
this
khib da
continuously,
Manipuri
because
mane
if they do it, there's gonna be waves
East
from
tower
but look
jang
at
le
that.
Oh
Wow,
my god,
anjan
Blade
hot
was
ni si
caught
di
in the midst of the turret and had to pop out his RWM.
Si
but
comeback lai he,
of
si di
course, that's not
comeback
even
lai.
saving him. That's enough, not enough
game 1 je
shield
sa lo
to
chalo
take
ka
the
hai
damage.
ru ya ponte
Of course,
comeback
Shield
lak salak pi ni
strong, but that's a level
TRT da
15
Joseph
in
yaw
the
bro
world.
si gi joy
She's
pai
gonna be
si ne
hurting you,
noi na
of
Joseph
course,
pai
when
do
she's right at your face.
si joy pai je
Unfortunately, bit will
adi
be
mai
taken
masak si
down,
yeng
and
ning
after
bane
the shutdown, looks like it's all downhill
do mai
from here
face di half
for
tramale
this poor mid laner. And Lord's gonna be coming in 4 seconds. Maybe Crux Rookim can turn this game around in a second.
Let's see what can happen here. They are already going for the Lord.
Prize
even
pool,
with the fact that they
40k,
have a
20
minion
dice.
lane marching
Khang
down
de
bottom
aduma de.
side. But look at Art. He goes in for the
I don't know about that.
RWM might be coming in anytime, but before that, the blazing duel
Fazare.
going all
Nice
in on
backline.
Faye. They know this Bruno is going to hit them hard with his balls, so they go for him directly. But right now, Such's life is stuck in the bottom side with Van Satoru all alone.
Claude
dealing
Kiel
with
tiam
the
mung
base.
lak
He will
pis da ni ni.
survive
Check
thanks
high
to
je.
that high loss there, but now
Base,
they are losing.
base.
Tummi ni
Base.
backline ka lo mak zu
And
zu
the
zu
base,
tummi
they're not telling them recall, but the minions are just way too much. Like I
Yum ka
said,
yum
they
to kita
forgot
ulen.
about that bottom lane minions wave which was going forward, but now, oh, McEnroe wants to go in for
Fazai,
pin and he
fazai.
takes him down, but can retaliate.
Team mani
when
dum
it
chap
happens.
manai
They do
da.
not have enough members though.
ani mak chap manai
They're
pajan sana ani
losing
mak
members. Even with
it
the
is a mai
assets
squad
that
lo
they
Yeah.
mix
had.
ni hojik pudi mix
They're
wala thai na mai
definitely
te
losing
te
members,
ya ta
man, and
yaw me
this is definitely. Oh my god,
kai da mang ro ai game sanadre bro ai game sanadre
this is
ai
crazy.
di khatang thada game la thak
It
pa ni
was such a close
Sunday go
call.
oi re
Yeah,
Sunday
deal
go oi
with
re
the Lord
final
right
go
now.
oi re
The base was a much more closer call, I would say, because for a second I thought Clausen
Lord
reach
che
it on
red
time,
team
man.
rom
That
dai
minion
lại
was about to end the base solo, and we would have had the MVP would have gone to the, of course, the minion. And right now with that, it's going to be interesting what it will follow as a Lord.
cookie na tro bro jo se
Those
bhai
are
to
the
mane
hands of
mane
Crux
cookie
right now.
cookie
Fredo, this is defendable, but what do they do? Crisis though, he still want to go in. Look at the damage that is being dished out. Art gets a little bit of a stun in, and the damage is going to be coming in as well. Uses the BMI to got out of there, and I think they will
Bro,
save the
si je
both
kai
and
lam
go
ne sin mun
for
si
it
je
now, Fredo.
Van Satoru just spot out
Tripura
Mr. Joseph. Mr.
Tripura
Joseph,
dagi
does he
manau
want
amna
to
silak
commit?
pa
Yes, he
tournament
wants,
ni
it seems, but he does
koi
not.
lebak yam phaba manau do
He's not letting his ego get the better of him tonight against Van, who also has a very big ego. I know
ado
that's
marak
why.
thana game su yam
Okay.
intense oi ri marak thana like nam jen ji ku guys like nam madi ko bai de like ko bi mo tak tak nam jalo
Wow. Nah, nothing out there.
game
but
je
still.
roller coaster gum nai tai
Okay,
Som da mu,
Crux
som da mu.
Rookim, they're trying to get into the bases of Sacred Shrine, which is a turnabout of the previous events 5 minutes ago there, I say. And this is a little bit of a cut back they are looking for Crux Rookim right now with the disciplines that they have right now. They have to go onto the top lane, but they cannot really go in because there's a lot of
stream
limits
tarok te
already
je
in the
tarok
hands of
ai
Sacred Shrine.
game sana de
So
mi
Crux
guys
Rookim are
kamai na
very
hat
disciplined.
ho de off screen
What?
dau gre
1v1?
yusin sin na
Talk about ego,
off
man.
screen da
Wow, that was a
Talking
very,
about ego,
very
man.
big way.
Yeah, but
I
at
was
least
laughing
it's
at
one
that.
good
Don't
thing,
cancel me.
good thing, you know. 13 for 13, the score is very even.
MMG,
I like when this
MMG
happens,
is the guy
it
now.
really shows that both teams, of
Oi,
course,
oi,
are
oi,
the
adu de aram
worthy
bado.
grand finalists. Very,
mayam ne
like,
yam hai ga
even
have
out.
dun da
But right now, of course, we gotta look into the builds. As you can
Mayam ne
clearly
yam
see,
hai
the
ga hai na
marksmen are all done with their Wind of Natures as well. So that
ai na
has
masak
a
sab
lot
tang
of
yeng
damage.
ge tau ni da
Like, they wanna
Cookie
most
masaga
likely
hoega,
get
masak
for a
yeng
little
ning
bit
mo da nga.
something. Romcom does initiate with the curtain
Oh,
call. they might go in, but it's not enough open space to just commit yet. Just because Joseph is not there doesn't exactly mean anything, because of course Joseph is more of a diver that doesn't. It's not depending the team fights that much of what.
Joseph yaudrbo yawe som hyper pai
There's a concealed
fight hầu đấy badang position jong maning dei mang la ga tàu ge khali mai
Joseph will dive all in on Brit, but there comes a whistle crown play from him, and this time around he won't be dying to the hands of Joseph. Now though, from behind comes Art, and he wants to go in for that fist crack. There is not enough members though supporting him right now. Crisis is low, and he does use the window meter, but Crisis gets caught. He'll be bursted down by the balls of Mr. Fate.
Kamana phajai no khang ko si blue no phajaraba mala
As he does, Eden very low, might not be able to escape.
Game je loi dora game loi ni si ya
for them as Sacred Shrine are making
Lord
their way
kom lo re moi
back now, and
ta
they're
khai ga
trying
ni
to
mai
claim what they had lost in their last fight. They're going for the base straight out.
base of kya no bo 7
Beast right is still a survivor, and okay, look at that.
wipe out chat khate GG first game goes to ET
Wiped out. It's a very obvious win into the hands of course Sacred Shrine, as they've cleared the base.
Fuzzy.
The game number 1 in a fashion a little bit anticlimactic, because of course Crux Requiem, they kind of
Châu nung khai yang ningi da châu Penny Benedetta sigun hero khai je
despite a few little setbacks and everything. It's all good. They get obviously a crucial win.
ai di sida sanai be hero mayam ji dum u da dum lai ra bane
For the next games coming in.
khar unique oi hero yang ningi
Exactly, the next games will be more defining than this one, right? Because this game was just a star, the trailer, you can say. Like I said, the first games in the best of 7 series are usually the teams testing out each other, right? And that is
Blade
exactly
armor
what
ga jan
happened, I
thabi
guess,
ram drin
because it was going to end.
moi
it was
asona
going
kan
to end,
mm
but
ani
in
ne
the
biao
end,
ji ET gi
it did seem like
Hilo sina
like,
Blade
the
armor
start
sa
of
gi de hai
Sacred
da
Shrine,
na
they lost all control. But
Kay
it did
no
not
mana
happen that
sarami.
way, because Crooks gained back control as well. And in the end, that fight that they decided to go for, which was, I don't know who was the one who initiated that fight, but whatever it was,
ET ji kam
Sacred
ET
Shrine
si
went
kai
on
be
it
team
and
ji
they
ET ne
actually came
sona
out
kan
on
gi
top.
left side ki blue team
But
je
it seemed like Crooks was
Si,
actually
ET
taking
ne.
that fight half-hearted.
adagi
What do you
red team
think?
ji na TRT
Yeah,
Tartarus
definitely there. Because
moi
it's
maming
kind
ga ji
of,
silla
I
lai
think,
je moi
Sacred
squad ming
Shrine
silli ji
are
kem na
doing
te
it
ko moi
more
bu
than
sponsor
Crooks
to
Requiem,
ko
because
organization
they
hai
do
ga
have a lot of setups, because
adu
Art
di
is
maming ne
there.
ba moi na
He's
sana ga thoi
always the one
adu mai
trying to
no
set up
oi
when he have the flicker and the face crack
Maming je kai
available.
ba?
He
Maming
always
jam
go
tak
for
hai
the
ki ba?
engages, and when he did went into that, he was
Sacred
kind of
Shrine hai bang
awaiting
ga
Crooks Requiem's combination,
adagi
and they
Crooks
kind of got
Requiem hai bang
split
ga
up, and the targeting
SS hai
kind
je
of fell
Sacred
off.
Shrine hai ne moi
We
maming
could
je
see into the last part, it was
Squad
a
maming
pleasing
je.
duet from Crisis was eventually very late, but it's not only just late, it was on a target he should be going.
Koi
It was
customer mayam ji
perfect
de
right there, but then again,
mai jale he
the face crack was still back into the picture too. The wall is back, and there wasn't Crisis what anything Crisis could do there. So
Yeah,
that is the power
ano
of
ko pa yao
Badana.
yo moi
That's a
ya
displacer.
ba
Most of the time he kind of breaks the tempo of a team fight, and Crooksrockham, they were trying to break that for themselves, but they couldn't do anything about it, because there's always a lot of damage already onto the real manipulation,
Yang
in
ngatan,
combination with the volley shots coming through from Fate again, who is eventually
Yang
a
lau
very,
ha
very
ngatan.
farm marksman. Since the 10 minute of this game, he was already hitting them a lot with the faces. So
Jim
I think
jatra bor
Crooksrockham,
pada basakal
it's
chali
not
jai
really their
Nutigi jale nutigi.
mistakes. It was more of a forced error coming in from the side of Sacred Shrine, which made them lose the team fights.
lineup si di khang de bro
Obviously, thank you for
lineup
breaking
ta
it down.
Vidyananda hai ba
This
ga ba ma
game
yau do
was-
sona
I am
ET
gonna
gi
be honest
match
with
pa
you,
ba
it
do
is
hadu du ga ina
definitely
khangi je
very
sona
good.
hangi
I mean, yes,
Tartarus ki
skills, but
crisis
doesn't
tu ga.
mean much, especially
Patai
when-
jam ta khang
for
je
jungler, I would 100% recommend, especially for someone like Joseph, you'll have to snowball. Yes, I know, I can see the chat right now, of course, many people say Crisis, but if you're gonna go for a cloud composition, it is
Nupi massage
mostly
phajana
relying
ngange.
on the jungle.
Sacred Shrine is Eliminators Berserker by yes. Another ads.
He can go for a little
Time
bit
to
of
buy
more
YouTube Premium.
dominating gameplay, because if you want to go blazing duet, you want to have a little bit of a level advantage.
Kay no class
as well
10
as the
nga
fact that you
nang
need
yang
enough damage.
MT na
Of
to eh
course,
is
your
11
blazing
nga.
duet needs to hurt, and for that to hurt, you need to be ahead of Thumb. And how do you get that? Of course, either by winning. the
Nahange
game,
kay daroge.
but Third is not exactly
Phone number lai tamina idi kya de wazare ga.
a little bit someone who's relying on
Talle.
the jungler. right now. Joseph needed a little bit more active of a jungler, another of a jungler that needs to go back
Pung
into the
pung
back
open
line
tare,
and
good
take
night.
it. Because of course, take Yushinshin for an example.
Live
Yushinshin,
thada school
he
di
can
kar
obviously
uda
go
na.
for his team, but at the same time, Yushinshin can
Karani,
go for
karani
one versus
school.
ones, he can go for pickoffs. He can
Crisis ET
basically
di yarum bo
try and
yarum
take
me
down
yarum me.
people by his own
ET
effort.
dagi to
He
aga
doesn't
moy
have to
asona gan
wait for someone
TRT
to
di
get
yaw.
low as possible to get in
Maming
and
gaje ngose ain haji ne
That's
Crooks
why
Spectrum
Femi
ga
and Joy
haje.
right now are kind of like the worst jungler options because they're sweet.
Moi bo sponsor to iba team di maming ne ba. Moi sponsor to iba team jina moi gi fruit se moi gi jersey ha ga rasi ja. Moi le pi ne ba.
Secure the kill for their team.
Mo bra moi
and
lili
get the
ja.
advantage, and that is their place.
Moi lili
But
me am je.
that's not a meta. And
Moi
again,
na
second shot is
si
not
man
gonna
le
work.
pi na
Second
du moi gi
shot is
maming ne
obviously
sama
they
to
are
hali ne ba.
ahead,
Si ji ne
they
ba.
deal with it. And let's see what they can obviously do.
Song
Ladies
is
and gentlemen,
sama ne.
welcome to game number 2. Loving the production work, of course, from Wadham Games. Transition is full sick.
Ano si da photo hap ta ba nga am yaw je.
This game will entail, of course.
Si si ne ba mayam na si photo am yaw di je.
Of course,
Mayam
man,
na
a
Joseph
lot
ka
of
hai da.
work being put
India da
for this final
hyper khwai hai ba.
now
Ka
we're
mayam
in
na
it.
hai na
Now
da
we're
du
in
ne
the
ba.
second game already.
Ai
The
mai ma
first
se
one
sam dang
already,
ning ba
I
da.
think,
Cookie go du du ba.
Secret Shrine have already
Ado hapak tre.
uh, they have actually come prepared, right? And I think they have ticked their checkbox, you know, tick their checkbox that they had. So yeah, because they did not even win a single game against Crooks Requiem. It was 3-0, right? In the playoffs. So
Last
they have
time.
not won a single game.
Fedo do
against
zoom to
Crooks
solo
Requiem
ma na
yet,
tong nu hai re
and
du.
their first win comes in the
Ma da khan nu ai
finals.
tra ma le.
A good
Yeah.
start for Secret Shrine, I would say, but
Absolutely.
this could be it, you know. This
Ma
could be
masam
it.
tha
Could
di
be
ya
just
re.
Crooks Requiem setting them up for one game. Like, okay, bro, you didn't win against us in the playoffs. Just take one. We'll just make you happy for a while.
Kai
before
kai
we
hero na ben to
beat
ju
you
u de.
over with a 4-0 or
Hayabusa.
something. I mean, 4 games back. to
Hayabusa
back. That would be really
Angela
interesting.
Angela su ben tong na
But
re.
yeah, that might be the case, which might happen. But before that
Oh.
happens, into the draft, we're seeing, okay, once again, similar
Si
stuff.
si na
PT
si si first pick lo si si na kwai kan bo ta.
CC first pick,
Huji huji
definitely
si si na kwai
I
kalam mani.
missed. You know, even when the landslide was
Huji
open,
ki meta
the
ji da.
CC has always been consistently first picked by Quick Circle. It's very important you get your hero, a good one at that, into the first bases. But yeah, Sacred Shrine, they are denying stuffs here. I like what they are doing, man.
Ngasi na ham
Banning
mani
away the
maming tai
Angela
je
and
da
picking
ne.
away the box.
Maya na phone mani da.
They do not really want to give away the combination of the CC,
Mun
the
ning
box, and
jalu
the
gan da
Angela
ya de da play
combination,
da.
which Crookscrab is so well versed on using. Definitely a good one. But Zeus and Bang coming through, it's more in favor for the side of Sacred Shrine here, Ray.
Gym sanaraga masa bulk kahan ba je trending mo gre huji kan.
The Eve again.
Bulk na te da.
Yeah,
Gym
yeah.
sanar paksa san ba ka wi da mo de.
You know, Eve one trick
Bulk na
allegations
te
or
mo.
something. Maybe.
They were
Oksa yam san na ba sana ba gym guide ni mo
It
de.
is a little bit interesting because of course like why there's a Yushin open.
ET ji kai lam gi squad. ET je Manipur na di hok do khim ne do Manipur mai tem cha amani dang ya hor ma le. Tai de mayang mo sa mayang mo sa ka sun ya hor tai de. Thing mane Manipur gi squad ga je kui nam chat tam ni da.
And of course the rest of the members as well, they will ban out
Manipur
their
squad
followers
che phasan
because
sanar mani
that
kui
is
dum
gonna
chat
be a
loi
good
ba.
story for them, and I feel like that should be their no actually they go with the Padang really interesting. Padang into the most likely the roam position. Second Shine, it looks like they will stick to 2 cards same.
Ka tu ga ja.
They give away
Baxia.
1 card into the hands of Crux. Interesting.
Baxia jin jungle lor mane du de.
Hmm,
Baxia
they
hat na ba hero
they
amani
take the
paisa lo ga no
Badang,
du
they
de.
take the Eve as well.
Lu
They
nos,
give away
lu
the
nos,
Eve
ban
and
mon nung mon.
Shin, though, as they already
Oh,
had
yeah.
Baxia, right? But the one thing is, Baxia, bro, doesn't really work out.
Sakku de is
In both of these junglers,
bro ne am
man,
hele jo
much
sep
as
te
I
kai
feel,
nga
bro,
sak ke ngang do compare
even
to se le
Ivan,
be
I mean, okay,
na
they play good.
Wo
Okay,
ko
they,
ya
play
ni.
good. They play better than every single jungler out there. But this is their worst hero, I would say, right? Out of all the heroes. That is the one thing that I would like to say. I'm not saying that they're bad at
Tartarus koi
Baxia,
sanagar bo
Yeah, yeah.
Tartarus ni se
this is the
badak kel
hero that
ra.
they're worst with when they pick it up. They are not really able to carry the matches by themselves
Tartarus
because they're
ne.
depending on their backline.
Tartarus ka ET ge ne se.
Sometimes fail to do their
Left
job.
side ke team je
And
left
that's
side
why
ke
as
team
a
yellow mo
jungler,
su li ja no pi je.
You kind of
Wasi
get
Tartarus ne.
angry about it, I guess.
Adu ko sona kan ya mu li pa sina
Totally,
ET ne.
Totally, man, totally. But yeah, the thing is, Sacred Shrine, they have a good setup for a Baxia here already because they have the Eve and the combination is definitely going to be good. But the Badang is
Yes, yes,
still,
ki Manipur
most of the
massage
time
ka
when
naam.
Sacred
Yes,
Shrine
yes, ki
pick up the
Manipur
Badang,
massage
it's
hai.
always
Ka
going
jaga.
into the hands of
Skenoji ka tani da.
Art rather
Me
than
se.
Rom-coms
Me
because
se
they
ka tani.
want Rom-com a winning side
Te
most
is
of the
man
time.
de da.
So yeah, they don't really take the Badang into his hand, to keep the Badang into his hands. But the Ruby Band coming through for Sacred Shrine, very understandable, as well as the phobias brand from Crooks Requiem. They
Billy
don't
Thobi
really
gang
want to
atane
give away
Billy
the
Thobi.
phobias because, like already
Kini
mentioned,
fuda.
the Badang is actually a flex pick, so they cannot really take out the risks here. But Sacred Shine will be
Consistency level.
eliminating a lot of
PYJT bro.
goaliness here. The
PYJT.
Harriets would have been
Tiny
good
all player
because
da ma mathana
there's
ngai
a
hogeda.
physical damage dealer into the
Ma de
jungle,
lep
so
bi
you
sana
really
game.
want a bit of a magic damage
Uzi
dealer
uzi
so
ma
that
masa
you'll
ma
be able
ET
to
da
play
yawi
out
ko.
the
ET
utility
sorry
mid
EBT.
laner onto the hands of Eden
EBT
again.
Debrel gi
But
squad
yeah,
ta.
this
Koi
is
bada
going to be a
Debrel
respect
gi.
ban coming in for the side of Curse Requiem. They could have
Magi
banked on
lineup.
another XP laner ban, but Bruno, right? Bruno was a problem to the previous game, so take it away.
I've been noticing one thing. I can see the draft in our glasses.
Bruno bike thawda lak pai
Yeah,
ora
yeah,
du di bera ka.
I
Mai ja
was
haizen nei
watching
ni ko
it
guys.
double time.
No. It's just funny. I could see the draft in your
Kay
eyes.
no hingam mi jina he.
Okay.
You know how people
Game sana bai na te da.
romanticize
Ai
about
do.
how we
Khadang
can
kha
see
thadar
things
gen
in
lak
real
pa.
life.
Final go ibdu da go. Asigi ko gi puri ngo boli punu pa je.
Glass are a little bit small. The Debbie's are
Mana ta
massive.
khadang thada view la o ye.
Glasses, man. Why are you?
Nah,
Why are you
my
not-
eyes are still good still. But
Ado
anyways, yeah,
kai ko
that's
kenam
a
te yenge magi
Gamma is
kai je ga.
Van with the glasses as well.
Moi
Looks
is nas
I'm
mi
the
ga
only
yeng
one out
jano.
here tonight, but yeah, jokes aside,
Moi je mi 31 ka tani yeng je kai noi fat tre he. Ai da loi la ba gam tawre.
That is going to be a risk factor for, of course, Crux Requiem, but
Ado keno dai bani ko. Mana gi bu we lai hack bani ko. Ko gi si caster. Kugi maya degi kugi lawa yam tang da nu pa je. Mana giveaway tawni habani magi sigi stream jina mana huji thai je war drum games habani ko. My channel maming je. Shida giveaway lai giveaway sinoi na tawdu ji only subscribe taw me da mo channel je adu comment am tang piram ba. Adu gu dum yare. Adu ni ko moina hai mi je. Mana hai mi je mana. Na giveaway try ta solo mumuk try ta solo adu ong la ke lo awesome da.
Crisis.
Mo na tawdu ji only subscribe taw ba comment ma sam piram ba.
Dear Crisis, may the force be with you. That is all.
ET
I'll say.
Suzumi
Let's
squad
go.
ro hoi thai na gi do.
Oh my goodness.
Sudo Suzumi di yaw da ba hang de ma.
Here, the guy we expected
My
to
hour
play
money.
the fan is not playing it. Instead, it is the guy who is supposed to be playing the Yisan Shin or something. You know, just calm down kind of personality guy. But okay, things have turned.
Caster
out
khoi ju
this
paisa
time
phang bro.
around.
Loi
It's
hai
going to
du
be
je
Van
ne.
Saro being in the Joseph's
Mobile
state of
Legends sin
mind
ba je.
tonight for us.
Diamond Bora ang pilay. Diamond Bora da gi tangkai mana price pool tangkai mana sendi lam bi bagi loi hai do je na ai ba ai ngo ai ju taw ya ko sumai na ai tan da tui ni da ai yam tan gan mun pa ni da yang game sana ga stream tha bu tan da tu i the mayam na tong nei si loi khang ye bai ju
But then again, those are not heavy card controls that can.
do ya mana sigi India ai customer mayam je pagang na ngang ba de moi na ngang je tumam dai da atop lam gi Philippines ki ga gi MPL ki ga do moi na ngang mangang na ba ki ga do moi ta tha de ne kamai ngang ko di moi ju knowledge kem nai bu na te ba phajana moi na sanam di season 15 20 dai di mai moi na sanam di taseng ba customer ga di lai te da India da season early season 1 dai phai ba mun da sanak pa game knowledge phajana lai ba do me lai ta me da India sak mayam jong sini hujiki photo ju happy ko tournament yaw je duna
Or Natalia.
ai live ti ngi ba phajam sana ba squad photo post to laga ready dam siap to sala tham we
Maybe John Seth, maybe change his name to John Seth or something.
mako che sumaina for your arms to dia de go text laga
Looks like the one we
Siap tak na.
expected the least is going to be immediately pulling up with that Danny in game number 2. Sacred Shine, if they want to take game number 2, they want to take it in a fashion. But at the same time, of course, Crooks Requiem, we cannot take it away.
hozalla hyper ka dani yeng ji Fanny
And 27, of course,
Fanny yaw re hand
to make those
finally
moves as well, because ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to
Fanny
game
ga
number
Yusin
2
Sin
of
ga.
this best of 7 grand finals between the top dogs.
ai ni yeng ni play je Fanny play Chow play Benedetta play
Already was. Let's see what this game entails.
Lane
us.
kak that
Of
pi,
course,
kut that
we
pi,
will
matam
witness
manghan
and
bi.
we will be the voice of course this game. Or your
Diamond je
constant
Pistana
myself,
thai
Ray,
ro hoi
Debbie, and of course,
Pistana nga
Bev.
tani thai ai loi hai do
And
pe
with
ba
that,
tawi
we
ko
are
khol
in
ba
it,
ma
ladies and
dia
gentlemen.
ji
Second
to
game,
amen
of
se
course,
ko
the
ba
first one was, of course, a nice one. And this might
The
be
no
even more
MPL ya sa ga tawi
entertaining
di
because he bends out on the Fanny and
keep dreaming kai hai ning
I'm
ye
telling you, the Van is here to just 1v1.
mi sing je loi silam du ne ai maming ma than da khang dre
I mean, if that's a true
Eh,
story,
blue, kana lau
I'm
no.
down for it,
Wait.
man. Wow, we
Any
we
je
might
blue
watch
yaw
a
de ne.
showdown, right? He's John Cena
u
after.
je kana
Okay,
ba
I'm
je
still
blue
sticking to the
o
two.
ga tu ga jani ne
Blue taking
What? By who? By who?
blue yaw da ne na
Copy.
Appe's
Like
taking
cut man.
Blue Van away.
What?
Van might be
Best of
suffering
kya no?
already.
Best of 7
Like,
guys.
I think
Best of
I
7.
think Joseph sent Papi like, yo, Van
Follow
Yeah.
lakto ni.
go punish him.
Follow first blood check kana lo di mali first blood. Comment sa to solo first blood
Nah,
lo di kan
man.
sida. Mayang gi bitta.
I don't know what's happening, but
Karamba team na first blood lo ni. Karamba hero na lo
that
ni.
is not. I mean, I can already feel Van right now. He's probably tilted on Art. He's probably cursing him.
Oh.
But there's nothing that a Baksha can do.
Ai gi comment
so
ti pa ru ba ai pa gi
that's
lo
not-
ai pa
that's
du
not
ni
his
war
fault.
gra si gi tournament si
Art
yeng
is
ni ko
like,
comment su pa ni.
am I supposed to throw the tire on the face, man? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Multitasking na to khai je.
What was it? Yeah. Never mind. Look at that.
Oh,
Get
what
coming
is
in.
that? Art! Oh my god, did he really puncture his tires or something? Because, oh my
ET na.
god. I don't
ET je
think
red
it
team
was-
ET je oh man red team ji ni ko.
Okay. Art,
Okay.
Blue
looks
team
like
sina
Sacred Shine, they're not
Tartarus
having a
ni.
good start. It's a rough start,
Red team
but
je
hey,
ET ni.
the tires
YSS
weren't
na
good,
first
but they
blood
find a
ni.
replacement,
Okay.
right? But anyways, jokes aside, this first turtle, I think
Penny
it's just
ji
gonna
turtle
go
kan test torok tre.
completely because Fanny is all the way
Magi
on
buff
the
amuk tang
top
lau
two
ru do.
sources.
Horok
And
pada
I
adu lagi
think
ma
if
ju dum.
Crooks does have the
My
information,
confidence
they might go for
mang
this
re.
orange as well. But Van is still
Ma ma sa na sang ba ngam ro en lai jage. Try bok tau dre.
Suffering with the Fanny. Something that we have already heard
Maming
of,
je
right?
kaino.
Oh, look at that.
Van
Mr.
swat
Johnson is
ru
totally
guy ne.
aware of
Kang
what,
de
you know,
ano
what
player
kind of
me am
rotations Ivan might come up with to try and get that farm deficit back. Bit might be in some trouble.
Thak na
though.
tournament is
He
thak na
figures
sila
out.
di ti chaw wut jing e.
Yeah.
Thak ai je
figure
mayam na
to be
khang
gonna
du
get right
8
there,
bit
but
ki
that's gonna
8
be
bit
making a
anam na
little
he
bit
du
of
gi thak.
survivability.
Na.
But yeah, Eden
PUBG
also
da ga di
first time
saw
be
eh.
able to outscale the youth, which he didn't have into the first game. So this time around, it's gonna be much more
Se
of a
anda ti
comfortable,
anda ti keno
comfortable
pa
game
je.
for him. But the fact
First
that
blood ga
Papisha was
low
able to
ho
steal
gre.
out the first
Oh,
blue,
gado ga
it's
jan low
kind of
gre.
nerfing down the Fanny
Adu ti
just
first blood che. As. Thoda ai ma sa. Ikono ikai re ta
and
mayam
at the
mang
early
ji da.
game, you wanna have
YouTube
that the
Premium
goal
bu
lead most
paisa
of the
da ba.
time, and they are definitely trying to bank on that. But Art rolling in.
Rolling
Yeah.
in indeed, and Art might fall down again, but no, the tire is going to be sustaining.
But
with that, of
they-
course, Green
Oh,
Full Under
Eden?
Even will take a kill into bid. Van is absolutely trying his best, but
Healing na kan gado ga
staying
jagi play
there,
je mai
and the
chat
kill
le.
again goes into the hands of Eden. A double still secured for this bird lady, blind lady. Of course, she cannot see Joseph either way, and yeah, 3-4-0.
Things are looking very interesting.
Comment
right
je
now
nupi
as
ma
we
khun phaje
speak.
masak phajarom doi ma le.
Cook
Ong
Requiem making
si
a
lo ga
comeback
ye go
happen,
si lo
of
ye
course,
go.
after that
Phajaban ne
defeat
phajaban.
in the last one. Van Sataru picking up the Fanny, which made no sense until.
Bistana MPL India
unless we
MPL
see
di
a
bro.
1v1
As
happening
kang
anytime
de
soon,
keep
you know,
dreaming
in the
hai
late
ning
game.
hai ta na.
But yeah, before that happens,
Kai di
right
MPL
now
da.
Van Satru, especially questioning his choices, probably.
Som
even
da customer
Art
me
as
an
well.
jina.
Probably questioning
Diamond
why
je
did we go
samna
forward
ha
with this?
sam
Why
tha
didn't
darak
we
wada.
accept this?
Tournament
Why
sin
did
da
they
yang khai ga
allow
tani
stuff?
ku thoi je. Yang khai mana free cow da.
Crazy.
That is life, man.
Kai
That
di
is
MPL
life.
da.
I can't do anything about
Ai
that.
loi
It's
hai do
life,
pa
but
ngam
yeah.
ji.
The thing is,
MPL ga to mem.
it's not. It's Secrets right
And
are
MPL ga sa de
trying
lai
to
ro no.
make the plays for the early game, and Cooksukum are trying to go for the mid to the later part of this game. And the fact that Secrets right aren't able to get that early momentum that they're trying to look for is definitely going to be in favor for Cooksukum right now.
Ante ki
And
turtle
we
fight
can
si
see the
dikitang
first
nai be
turtle
ai.
will be set. The second turtle will be
Mi am
set
ta
again
hat
for
ri.
Cooksukum. They do have
Koi
all the
bada
green
ET
lights
yoi gang go
available.
ji
All
mi
the
am ta hat
ultimates
ri.
are out there, but Romcom rotating up on top, trying to do something here. Sneaky plays. He might be able to set. Look at that.
Okay, Van coming
Hore,
in.
hore,
The
hore.
punches also into the face.
Phasa je leng kot pa
there,
ngam de.
Romcom will most likely take down Eden, and with the team
Phá
fight still
je.
going on, looks like it's pretty fast paced. But Fate will capture a kill into Eden.
Akwai
as
Claude
well.
keep blazing duet
Also,
phasa
just
bam
like
lao
watch
je.
out your position, because that was not a good one. Beard will take a kill,
Era.
and with it 4-3, looks like the second shine will make a little bit.
ET
of a
garam
bounce.
ET je red team. Red team je ET ni ko.
Yo, and with that now, finally, they are coming back slowly but surely. And with that, the farm recovery is definitely there. Van will get the blue buff. Van will get the turtle. Van is happy now. And now he
Yeah.
can
Go
go for
lit
something else.
che-
He
go
can
lit che
cool
kasu
down his
hena ba
mind,
natte.
Stop blaming Art and finally focus
500
on the game.
tani.
Yeah, that's a happy one. A happy
500
one is
goal
an
mo kanina.
aggressive one. An aggressive one is a funny one we wanna try to look for here. So that's definitely
Khani
gonna
kai
be
da
a
mang
comeback
ro ge.
coming in, but
Ai game
yeah,
sana
onto the
dream
top lane, there's gonna be a
Ai
little
game
bit of
sana ba
scale
ki
is
stream thar
happening,
pa
not
natte ai
much.
finance da.
Yeah, early rotation
Khadang kha thada ho
coming
ge na stream
from
thak pa ni.
Romcom is definitely what gave them the favority onto that turtle, and that's definitely gonna be the
Gameplay
little
tawai
bit
do
of
ai
comeback
game
that
di sana
Secret
de bro.
Shrine are
Ai
finding
game
in,
sana de.
and that's gonna be where they trying to equalize onto that goal too. Now only a few hundred first goal lead into the hands of Coach Sigam, they can farm up still, so that the game is equalized, a 50-50 situation. But the fact that they are for Secret
Solna
Sun, they are
initiative
able to
lawraga
get those
tournament am
momentum back,
silakadori
they're
adudi
going to be
chawi
having the control
adu
onto
du
this
chawi
mid side, and this
adu
center of the
yauraga
map
adu
is really
kaba ngamadi
important. But right now, McInrio,
ne boot game nung game ta laibe chance
A
wangi ko
little bit poked out here, nothing much.
ko India da ju
No
boot game ki plan di
pressuring
laibe
up a
ne
little bit. Mountain shocker given as well.
ado acho sang mayam sin
Looks
tor
like
pangai de
Hong
di
Kong
yaroi ne
has
acho
to
sang hai je
look
keno
out
kam
his
PUBG ki
punches
organization
because
kang gu
he
jini ko
whoa.
get taken down. I think that
si
was a
moine
very
sila
nice
adi
position
acho wo tournament
coming in
singe
from Hong Kong.
no
A little bit
MPL level
too
yo
high
ko de
hand. And with it,
India
another
gi
kill given. I feel like that was a
Penny
big
du
kill, but
yenge
looks like into top
1v1
lane.
tongnare
one.
mathakta
Win for a 1 versus 1 with the Joseph,
Oh.
level 9 and 10. Van Sato does have the ultimate, but will be immune out, and the turret will go inside of it. No issues on his end.
mandi male he
On the
ga
other side of the map, skirmish
prediction ga
happening.
hapane ya
Art
ne
will
ya
fall down, and with that, Art gets taken down once again. Third time though in the match, and that is not good.
Oh.
That's okay. Bit surprisingly, probably no one was aware. and he
Crisis
takes
na true
that
close mane
small
mane
gold
uda
grab
kui de
away,
kai da chalu ga
but
game
it
sana
won't
de
create
guys
too much of
ai
a
game
difference.
sana de
Still, Crooks Requiem is ahead.
nupa gi
By
sina
a
male
lot,
version
and
gini ko prediction je
in case you guys didn't
Ra
notice,
M7
look
ne
at that MVP as well. You know,
Diamond
even
ni
at
sinyang
losing
kai
their
gi tournament
reputation,
sila.
look at Shinryu and Ash TZ. They're showing a lot of trust in the EXP.
Ya
level.
ne
Look at
maming ga jong
Vance,
one sky
of course,
thousand
really different from every
Evo
single
sta nu pa
person
dro
out
jibo
there. He chooses the
kaina
roam.
M1 ge
Yeah.
Alright.
one sky thousand da
He likes art. Nah, that's you don't want to be.
Masak
never
de
mind,
chaba
you
loi
can be
de
liked by
bizu man di
art,
male.
but, you
Sahi
know,
di
one
kha yang
advantage
mani
is
nice victory
Turtle still. What was
Steal
that?
coming in will be getting at four. Of
Good,
course,
good,
Mark
good,
Will might be
good.
getting the,
Oh.
of course, the payout.
Good,
He's
good,
getting a
good,
lot of
good.
poking in. Art is going in into deep.
Wazai.
Mark Will not survive it. Of course, he
Satrang
gets
bot
taken down.
khindore
A
to
bit
blazing
harder
duet
coming as
is
well. Blazing duet into
Again?
deep.
Nathan na ka to
No,
salle.
he comes in with the snipe from behind, and with it the kill fight.
ET na nai
going
ko,
on, and
play je.
Shark will also get taken down. Bid
Sige
is
play
looking
je
for a
mari
little bit
ET na
more
nai
even.
khala
Will
e
have to go through the walls and
Wazai.
just survive. The punching
Phang lang de
snap
kai
will
de
stop him,
is post
and-
tai ne
Oh my god, I thought he would be surviving,
Wah.
but no, Bid is wanting to go for the
My
triple
God, wipe
kill.
out.
Going for that
Wipe out,
1v1
wipe out.
triple kill for this mid laner.
Ai khangi bo da we khangi khangi ai na ai viewers lo ina ma masa khangi ko
6 to 8, Secret Shine make a very strong comeback from that a little bit of a disaster early game. And
Play
it
Fazai,
looks
play
like
Fazai.
Crux Requiem are back at the back seat again. Now,
Penny ji retry
don't
ko to
have the
post tai
will, don't have the acceleration in their hands anymore.
What was that? I mean, as a Penny, you would not really go in like that, you know. But he went.
ET ki
in
lineup kya
for
khai do
everything.
ET je si ka tane
Despite
moi
every single
hana
thing,
lemba
his
member gai
teammates
do
were really, like, his
moi
teammates were
ai
getting
tongna
slowed
ge
down.
bo yam yaw male
As soon as he took the turtle, they just dived all in. They gained all that confidence that they had lost, right? And even Fate as well. I think he got a couple of Sky Piercer stacks with the kills that he got. So right now,
Tartarus
Secret
karma no
Shine are looking more
Tartarus
favorable
blue
to win
team
this game. What do you think?
ET is red team
Absolutely, because that was a good steal, and I think this time around, okay, 10 stacks and 400 into the Capriccio. That's definitely gonna be
Uda
needing
kui
a little
brother
bit of time for Fate to
Uda
farm up,
kui,
but
uda
still,
kui. Nang
he's
mo
in
phasa
that
pai ja.
pathway. He's free, so he'll be able to get the stacks from bot lane. Okay, this guy, man, oh my goodness. Let me talk. Van Satoru, I think Secret Shrine are more better in the steals, right? Because Beat was able to steal the
Bro,
gold
he line
grab,
na tadi yang
and
ning
Van
ai line
Satoru
ai
was
game
able to
sanadre
get the turtle
atoba
again.
game gi
So
stream
the
tharo
retribution
tha
has
ka
been
deba
landing, but look at the stun.
adai ML di sanadre
Okay, a little bit of course pressure being put, but Rod's going to be coming in 5.
ML ji hero no ba
Is
kha thola
Crux
kan
Requiem
sanadu
in
mangai
any kind of a position
item no ba
to
hero no
take
ba
it? Of course, they are not right now, but they
Zap
can
ana
still
po to hanjan
have a
jum
move
to le
forward. They
wa
have the
ne
AG
ba
in their hands. Poppy Chef can make the play, but Mountain Shocker coming in, getting a little bit of vision. They know all of the members are in the mid lane, except for, of course, Van, all the way to the bottom. 6 to 8 scores still in 10 minutes into the game. 3,000
ibil kam
gold
bek am to khai
into
je
the hands of SS, and with it, let's see, Van wants to go in for
One
a
shot to
corner,
gitu je.
just poke out the targets, but I think since Joseph is
Zo
already
aro
bottom,
sana
that's a
ne ga
free
PUBG
lord
tha
into the
PUBG
hands of
sanadre
Secret Shine, as they'll go
PUBG
for
ju
a
sanadre.
little bit of macro push in the bottom lane, not committing
game sub san bai
any
sanada
more
ba
fights
chap mana
just now, Fredo.
Yep, not really committing into any Lord fight
EBT
yet,
ki play o
and
EBT ki
they're-
play zo watch party taw
they're
kani ko
having
ina
a
EBT ki
nice
play
time,
ko
you
ba da
know,
PY
as
je
of
jaw
now,
wani ne
they have just
EBT do
they've not lost a single
Duna watch
turret
party
on
ma
the
sam
map,
taw
and
ke
that
du
is
gi
a
su
huge
nong ni
advantage.
ni sida
And with that though,
moi
now
tournament
we
kai
come
kai
down
tho
to
i
the
khang ji
lane sync, right? They
pajana
need to have the proper lane sync
check
if they
to
want
okay.
to utilize this lord to the max, especially in the bottom side. If you see, they
ado
do
game
still
je
have
nam
one
se
more,
lai ne
you know, tier two,
ET kang
which
guna
they have to
si
take.
dive to
Oh my
selli
God, that again.
Oh,
Something, but nothing. But yeah, that was just
Nothing.
warning shots here. from Mr.
บ้านจะ
Joseph.
ขนาดไหนไอ้ขังเดียบรอไอ้สิ
Yeah,
ขังเดี
Mr.
ย
Joseph is
sorry
going
ไอ้
to
ส
be
มัย
wasting
ขังเดีย
that one ultimate for the Lord Pose here right now, and Secret Shrine, they're trying to look for a possible setup. Rom-com does have the flicker, but the discipline coming into it for them, they know that the Lord will be melted down quite easily, so they will not be able to get the mid lane inhibitor, but they will be
ตกสลุ
successful
พุช
in
ตกสลุสัตว์รัง
trying
บอ
to
ดก็ต้องทาง
go
ตกส
back
ลุ
as a take out the discipline route, so they kind of wait. Oh, never mind, they'll get the shadow.
Moi bak sia ji di mayunggi dap tok sale ne ma ja mayunggi dap ta mi base sida
as well, but might not be able to get the
Hey, was he?
AMG into the back line. But look at the punches coming in, and looks like they're obviously going to be punished out. Puppy Shrek will get taken down, but at the cost of Dan getting shut down.
Si
as
mai tem
well.
sa ya bro mai
Real
tem sa
fits,
yawe
looks like
tim
the
ani
side of
mak sida mai
Secret
tem sa
Shrine
amani
has to do a
amani
little bit
budi
of a
yawe
backstep,
do
but they do take down the inhibitor into the mid lane. Okay, Rom-com wants to get into position, baby, but nah, they're going to be just going for the defense. And for now, Crux Reclaims still are going to be playing their Reclaim for now.
sanaba horo
This
content
game
program gi case adu du
still have a
khang de
hope
da
for
bro
1-for-1.
tau roi da du mo gam ta
Yep,
ko
and
india gi
that,
po na bu
of
kya
course,
start le
Mr. Crisis. He does appear to be in a
yam tor me
slot
content
loom
program
era or
du
something,
me am do
but I hope that fades away in the next game, right?
live streaming da gi pesa tan ba khot ba du kai matam mang me kok sik
No,
pan
just when
Manung
there's a
kuzu muzu
I
zu
was
zu
right
zu
of
tong
the
lagi nek ta
Skylar blazing duet, so he might want
Oh.
something of a crisis blazing duet, you know?
mayang ma sa ga
You know
ji
what I
ya
mean?
ni ko
You know what to do, Ray?
like khat pan
Just kidding, just go.
crazy stuff. But anyways, 3,000 gold lead still in.
Nixon and Jojo
Secret
versus
Shrine.
IGN yeng bro
Which
khang
will be
ji bro
waiting
du
for most
si ga ta
likely
ne nga si yeng
into
si
the next
adu ju moi caster du na kau ra ga live tha li ba
Five does take the movements into his hands. RWM popping in. He's only 4% of his HP left, and look at the.
ai ju sunday go
Looks
oi du ko
like Market is going to be stuck in
kadang
the
thada
and
ning
he
ne
will
du ne
survive for a little bit while obviously with the gun down, but at the same time Vantage will take down Crisis.
ya roi da
and
red
Price
red na
of
zer
course
dam jale si
taken down as well.
Oh.
Right now, obviously 3 members have already sent back to the fountain, and 2 members will be left, the jungler and the mid laner, fending off for the waves that are going to be crashing down. But looks like, of course, Secret Shrine might either go for
Komi
an
kya
end right
yeng
now
je?
because, of course, the Lord as well as the
Me
fact
je
that
263
OVM
people
is gonna be coming
watching.
in. Looks like
And-
they're going to be going in for the end.
Welcome to the
That
stream,
is a
guys.
movement from
This is
Eden.
grand
That might
finals.
not be enough because
ET versus
Joseph is almost
Tartarus.
right there, and the base is going to be
My
ending as
God.
Secret Shine.
The
catch
score is the
another
score is
game too.
2-0.
The start might be
ET2,
rough, but the end is what
Tartarus
matters in
0.
the, of course, the grand scale of things.
2-0 ne 2-0.
Secret Shine
Nei
set
manau
the precedent
Joseph sam
for
hai
who's
hai dai ne ai de mit ta nge som da mai play ji yeng
Hello, Fredo.
I have.
sidha ban
I
te ko
have been
adi ko ki ma cha go
this
re
game,
mayam na ga hi ga hai na bu da
Mr. Rom-com.
som yeng mo ni dai jo
He
hai
was
bra ga
literally taking, I
Ada
don't know,
imit tang
I think
age.
it took like 5 or 6 turret hits, but he was trying all his best to just keep Joseph. Oh, Joseph, you boy, I know you can turn the game around, but not tonight, bro. I'm here. You know, he was like that tonight. Listen,
experience
losing
are ne
Joseph
hele
away, keeping him away as much as
They
he can.
have
Even
zero
Philip could not
CC
do too
for
much. He
Fanny,
had already
lol.
used his feather
craft on
airstrike.
sila adi ya
That
ne
was
mel
a
jo
very
craft on di
desperate
silak to man re
end
craft
that
on
they
sila di
decided to go
star ne
for because they knew
crisis yaw bro yaw
Van is not really working.
Crisis
We have
can
to
only
end it
yaw
as soon as we can.
Tartarus
They saw that opening, they took it all.
crisis manau crisis chance kam
I think
phang
that's
de
a
ne ma
statement, right? You get my blue buff, we get the game. So that's definitely what Secret Shrine trying to save through for Crookshaken right now. And I think even the drop is not
Please
that much
contact
of a problem
8-bit Thug.
here
He
because
is looking for
for
academic
the
lineup.
most
They
part,
may go
CRQ
for
were able to
EWC.
play the early
EWC
stage
yaw
of this
phang
game.
adi
The
noi
turtle,
mai
they
chat le
took the way they
Ado
were
yam thina hai
playing, the
ta
way
budi yar
they were taking out the objectives as well. It was perfectly on point. They were sticking to theory. They were sticking to what they were planning out to
aseng
be.
bane noi
But
noi
the
da ga
thing
tom da
is,
noi
there's
do ai
almost
aseng bane
always
maming
a
ju
way
ta dam ni
Secret
ko
Shrine
de
trying
mayam
to
na hai ga hai na
find
chang yeng
something
le
of a hole
Bera.
under the composition of CRQ, and
Mai
they
maming
play
jengo
around with it,
such
and the
is
baton
life kai
always
jale
comes in handy
sahi
in
kun
this
book
kind of
sarang such is
scenarios,
life
and
bu kai no
either it can be into
life
the
kai
hands
jale
of Art or
slide
even Rom-com. He is able to change out the tide of this game.
bit se mai tai ro mane am ka thole advertise ga kya shu mari di shu mane
This guy, there wasn't anyone
Advertise
who
dum
was
khai dum thola ni
targeting
ka.
him.
Noi da
And
thola
when
ko
you
na te
have
ga
a
on thola ko
farming
ni ka
ranger, he's always gonna be, one-shotting your frontliners also, you given the cards right, you know?
And the only thing I
Sorry
know
for the
right now is
ads.
that the three 6 players that we have on the screen, 4 of them have glasses and 2 of them don't. That is the only
Ah,
thing
yeah.
Bro,
I'm
I
able to
miss you,
gather from that.
Mr. Crazy.
Okay, Rom corner, of course, Eden, right? Yeah, they're gonna be my brothers. No glasses.
Kanano
and
ngasai
anyways,
nupisi gi makhon yam
that was,
phajai masak phajam de
actually
male haida.
Eden for sure. I
Yengo,
feel like
yengo.
this was a little bit more climaxing, okay? The last one, I'm gonna be honest, that was a little anti-climatic. Just
Mr.
like
Crazy, bro.
one by one they fell
I
down
see
and
you,
they
bro. I
descended
see
the
you.
base all
You don't
the
have
way.
to.
It feels a little
You don't have to spam.
anti-climatic. This one though, it was
Fredo je
much
maitai ro
better
Fredo je mane
fight, of
maitai
course,
ne
from the hands of
Tripura da
Coach
laiba
Raccoon.
maitai ne
Of course, into the
Nong
on the
Sana
gameplay
hai.
where I was singing there, Raccoon really strong. He even took a
Ado ma
few buffs and
mamangi
everything.
aina watch
Double
party
buffs,
mamangi da
but
tawdri
at the
mai
end,
gi
it
sirai
didn't
ji
pay
kitang
off.
maning han
Fan
bane
was
ba
on a different mode because, of
push
course, we
back
have
kitang
the
tawne
lead
mai gi
map
sirai
pulled out in
ngasi
the
di
sky.
kitang
It
masam
was
je
a Fanny main all the way
kai kai
back
tai
to
ba no khang de
2024
kar di
even.
hawra me
It's just that Fanny kind of fell off, so he kind of stopped playing. But looks like, of course, he has privileged us, graced us with a Fanny gameplay. And of course, the grand finals of
Johan
Rockies
versus
under the
EBT
tournament.
tawi bro Dexter gi da
Season 3.
EBT da PYG jaw bani ko
We're obviously jumping
as moi
into
ji
the
sat
third
sat
game as
hawjale
well,
ne
the draft phase for game 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's going to be an exciting one as we will see.
EBT gi jo watch party taw kani ko aina
And
ikui
oh my
kui da
God,
bida
Crux Reckon
EBT
will
yawa
again
torni
pick up
ma
the clock.
watch party pa lang to saladam
Nah.
Oh my God, bro! Crisis, boy, you have to come out of your Claude Delulu era, man. You are
play
not
layer go
Skylar.
play layer
This
ye
is
best
Crisis,
of
bro.
7 ne si
This
best
is
of
the
7
player
da
that you are,
2-0
bro.
ne hoju lai
I mean, we all remember, right?
2-0.
Those days when he used to just
ET gi 2 ni ko
lock in his
Tartarus gi
Nathan
0
and, you know, suddenly you
Best of
are
7 ne
beating ABM and stuff.
moi na
So,
ngam za de clean sweep taw za ye
those days, man. So yeah,
1-0.
Crisis just needs to be
do
back
taw gi
to
doi ju
square
male
once
maram di moi
again.
gi
He
play
cannot
soi
keep
de
taking up the clock.
so na kan gi
You
ge
know,
yeng no de
again
moi
and
na
again.
khar
I mean,
soi ba wale
it's not
soi
like
de moi
Claude is
di
a bad
play
hero right now.
play
but
soi ba ni
it's
play
very
thi bai
situational. It only works when you actually are, you know, getting the
PYJ
support from
ro gi
your
oina watch
teammates
party taw
and
jo watch
trying to
party
dominate the
je
enemy marksman as well.
hana
Maybe
permission lau
out-farming
di taw yaroi
the enemy
permission hai
marksman
de
by
stream
taking double
thai ba
lanes
mi
or
du na
something like that. But that
cross
is not
story
the
ba
case,
mi du
right?
na ko
Crisis has not been
pe
getting a lot of
thabi yu lao khot pi yu lao
by
watch
his
party taw
teammates.
yu lao hai kan
And
da
he
taw
has
bai
been
wane
losing
na ta de
lanes to Fate.
Talli
And
da
you do
sangjal
not
laga,
want to
thazan
lose
na.
lane to a guy called Fate because he turns his Fate around. So I mean, he is the
Sunglass
master
ko
of his
challe
own
ai
fate.
ya
And the
bane
way he has been playing, right? I feel like
goal in
Crisis,
sana crisis
he
side
just
ni
needs to tune up his game right now. We cannot just keep
Yang
depending
ata
on
ne.
Joseph. Crisis has to step up, and that should be the deciding factor.
mai
of
tai
this
yaw
match,
yaw
I
yaw
guess.
ji no pu du mai tai ne
Yeah. The win condition, dare I say. And yeah, of course,
will
this
come
time
back.
around, we're going to be seeing a ban
Any
on the
possibility.
Eve for the side of Coach Requirement.
I'm not
because they
playing the
do
game
know
right
that
now.
Bit was spamming the
And
Eve
few
since
of our
lower bracket
members,
final, so it kind of
few of my
it's
few of
kind
my
of their
squad
win
mates,
con
they're
as
playing
well
in
here.
different
So Coach
different
Requirement
squad
finally deciding to take away
right now.
the Eve. So of course the Kalea has to go or is well versed on this hero in particular. And of course, like, you know,
mai tai loi ma lo
I
na
told
te
you,
ba da
right?
mai mai tai loi
Ray,
ma
I
te
told you the
mai tai
Angela's
amam
gonna be
ani ni bu di yaw
most of the time
team
picked
mani
away
mak
by
sida
Puppies Rex. So Secret China, they know their opponents.
kam kam
So
mai
they
tai
have to
no
ban that
mai
away.
tai si
But
ai
the
hai ra
thing
ge
is, they ban away the 1-1 even though they are
me
first
sanaba
because they
ET gi
don't
me
want to
sanaba je
first pick
second
a
su bu na pa je
marksman into the
mamit yak
first
pa loi
place.
di je
They don't want to risk it having
Si
into
le
the
re.
hands of Crooks Crime
Adagi
as
asona
well.
kan gi
But
second su ba
Hayabusa
ano
always
pa
has
je
to go. This is kind of a
Si jiga.
consistent ban coming from the side of Crooks. I mean Secret
second thang ba ma gai je team mani gi
Obviously, they have. You get it, of course. Both of the sides, I don't think the Hayabusa is going to be left out open. But one guy.
Manipur gi oina hojik
for
thogi di
right now
EBT
for
na tawi
picking
ai gi oina EBT je amtang yeng ye moi place ai u ju yeng ji bu
immediate lock. Lancelot is
yeng kan khang ani
It's an
khar
easy
mayam na khar
easy
tawri
pick.
hai sina di
Oh
khar di
my
tawro mani
God. Again, a box
PY
trap.
ji su yaw salam ni na ko
Joseph, okay, but no flashy plays. Are you waiting, Joseph? Are you waiting to make those flashy plays, man?
Oh my
Because
God.
you're gonna be costing.
any cup te avian
even
ibu
a
ga play
little
pa me
bit
ha
of
percent di
quality
mai tai
maybe
se
because
pam je ne
Lancelot
ngau
is
je
gonna
ne
be cooking that bird into a roast.
Blade is hanai bro blade
I'm
hanade
happy about it. I think the Lancelot should have been definitely picked up.
Long
instead of
time
the
no
Baxia.
see.
Yes, the Baxia is good, but
photo dan
you
nei
deal with
ba
it, especially when you have
gameplay
really
je
strong
kada
burst.
ngai ge
I
khang
think
de
giving away the Lancelot, one of the top heroes in this meta.
after a
Not to
long
mention a
time
good user like Van as well. I think the bird is at least cooked.
so why
I don't know
Mr.
about
Crazy
the rest
going
of us,
crazy
but
on the
bird
comments
is gonna be a
Mr.
little bit
Crazy
cooked.
calm down
So,
bro
yeah, they gotta watch out, man.
PY ji
Shadow
tin
looks so
han Dexter live
disappointed.
te se gai ge hai se gai
He
ge
looks
bai
so
de
disappointed, man.
PY ji na se gai de fakti ta
What
ne
is going on?
sak uraga
I
se
don't
gai
know,
bidura na
man,
tra game rung da
because
gameplay de
last
se gai
game we
bidura
saw
karma
Val
makhangi se gai ba na
picking
badal
Fanny.
lopi
This game we're seeing Joseph picking Baxia. Okay, this might be something else.
SDS blessed to the
We might see
atopa
the
country
Fanny
da
in the
ma
hands
de
of
Karbar wala
maybe
gai dunida.
Vices as well. Vices is
Account
still open.
sandokpi yonbi
It might be
kotpi.
actually Papi who
Mase,
might be
mana khwai
attacking the
kanare
Baxia like
India
Art
da.
did last game as well. So we're not really sure.
Haidi
But
Leo
yeah,
mod
before
bag
we
sagon
take
amani
things too far,
thormaga hekta
I do think
sagon
Ray,
thong
like
thong
you
nai
said,
khak paneba.
the last shot could have been picked
Business
up
from
and
doina.
Eden is probably pissed off.
Ado lens yawe handakti sing sing khati tawani.
He's not gonna be having
Play
the
zi
best
kitang
time of his life.
exciting
All
khari
like,
exciting
you'll
kitang di
be
wani.
like, yeah, popping up the feather airstrike, and there's a swordman trying to dive into your backline.
Crisis
You
Maya
have
no
to fly
thada
away.
bane.
So
Photo
that's
kap to in
definitely not
hand.
the one you wanna play
Kaino mai mamit
against.
to ka doge.
But the
Mamit
fact that
mamit
Sacred
haidi
Shrine picked away the Lunox is a
nusa
flex,
sunlight
I would
thenga
say.
da bi khot
Because
bi
it
kha
can go into
tawra.
the goal, of course, mainly into the goal. It's
Natraga
been used
mamit
in
to
this current meta. It's
nakan
been
nakan karan
rising here
chapido.
since
Krom da
yesterday.
yeng no khang
And
da bi
so
da
it
du
can also
oibra.
go into the mid side. But the thing is, you don't wanna lose out onto the mid wave clear. And Lunox is not really the
Oh moi
best clear
EBT
into
ki
the
na
mid
han nganu
side.
pati
And
adu
she
di
kind
masak
of
utpi
needs
mani
the
du di.
late game to
Kha
have the
seka
damage
mani.
potential that Lunoxes are well capable of, because you want to have a mid game hero that can clear out easily, so you will be able to rotate
Sagol
around.
thoga
So
pesa phang da pi.
look at the Ben's Ray. Fovis
Bro
always
Daniel do khang
removed
monoi
by
ga
the
game
blue
sa khang he
side.
brother binas khang he.
I
Koi
mean,
brother
the
Daniel
only
gi ne.
issue
Koi
with
brother
Fovis is that he's
Ibil
this
store
guy,
hai do.
you need heavy CC.
Mhm.
You
Ibil
have
store
heavy
na
CC,
promotion
you'll
ma
deal
TM
with
to
him.
ma do.
But
Koi
if you
brother
don't have
Daniel
heavy
gi.
CC, he's gonna be the one dealing with you. He can easily go for 1 versus 4.
Nupi je
even 5
utin ne
when
pura
he
hai ya.
struggles, but this guy can easily do
Mi
1
caster ne hai
versus
bro.
4, very
Game se da
like
nupi de
effortlessly.
caster
So
pak lai
obviously,
trap ne jikte.
trying to get a heavy
Dia da.
CC like a Tajia, or trying to get something like the Throat and get to a chain CC as well, it's a little bit hard to do it. So I think going for the
Patang
ban
ben
is
tau gre,
obviously the
Florin ben
best
tau gre.
choice overall.
Angela
But
ju
at the
ben tau.
same
Angela se
time,
kal lima
I
le ju
think
bo.
the Lunox most likely gonna go
Kimi
into
ye
the
ga
lane,
dem to paina de
but
ne.
I think
Kimi
she
ye
was
ji de.
mainly picked because of
Kai
course
Kimi
if
paina
this is
ji me.
Joseph going for the Baxia jungle, of course, which will most
AS
likely
kya no
happen
brother ai
right
AS la.
now. It
Brother
basically
ai di only
means that, of
17
course,
kata ni
that
ko.
Lunox will be the one to easily
Only
melt him
17.
out. Not to mention, of course, there's also the CC, which is obviously shout out to Tumi man. He said that this is a walking
Yeah.
demon hunter sword. So of course the CC with an HP based damage will be also affecting the Baxia a lot.
Sum na nga tha ga, sum na le pangam dre. Cheer da nga tha ga khoi dek pi ne. Ai di u hong de ne du yu pot.
Evolving around into the hands of course none other than 27 or I think 27.
Team bam sem ga le hai da ne bro. Ai gi team hoi. Koi team lineup ani ni ko.
It will be really mad.
Yeah.
Hoi manao ma ta ni la. Ai gi satra nga ta ni lineup ani thong na sana han ben den. Moi so koi gi global squad ma'am je. The yaru team khara je. Koi gi mani India gi global squad ma'am je moi so kha phu ba gi screenshot ga de ngona kha thajar pani. Sandi sana jaba. Koi manao ma ta ni la.
What?
And lineup ani khog lai bai. Ai na phajana. Tak tam bi bam. Game sana da ju. Khadang di lepte.
Experimental is very refreshing as well for the meta, right? Of course, people have been stuck to whatever the meta is, and right now
Long time no stream. Why? I don't play anymore.
Right? They're trying to experiment or something.
I don't play
But this is-
anymore.
Zero crowd control game, and we are seeing once again that
Pedro do kai no. Pedro kai jale. Aluka ke poster. Asidi ko lili je ma we ni da. Blur ga chala li je.
Allegations that these guys are really
Ya ne. Mai ma san ma ge lawai ja.
I told
Na
you.
stream de
I
khat
told you,
yam
yes.
thina tang ma ne ko ma je.
Joseph gonna be
Thao nung kha tai ma ne.
against
Patan
the-
jadi kai
the
ka ka.
Lancelot, of course. You wanna
Ma
get
khai
the
use to
mobility
eh.
that the Lancelot is gonna be having, but not so much onto the damage. So this is gonna be another joy we are talking about. Not much of a damage, but
Anauba team
it's
ngak taro
gonna
si je.
be a,
Sigi team mani ja
farming
anauba na
spree
ti.
that you wanna
Hani
focus
ari
on
ba
this
team
time
ni
around.
mix
But
tawra ga.
I have a-
Player sim chin da
kind
sanai
of
ba da.
a caution on this Sacred Shrines pick here onto
Moi
the mid
ET do
side.
hana dum
They
phajan
have
sanai do
zero
sanai
control
ai
to the
do.
mid lane. They have zero
Play
control
phajai gen thaina.
onto the tank
Aina watch party ga
again,
tawui.
because this is a high-loss room. You don't
Ado
really
khang
have
de
a
ne.
lockdown.
Koi Manipur gi squad su mangai ne. Kui ne chatte kai gal le. Ta kai le ne.
You wanna
Season
focus
anauba
on.
horok pa da.
So no, this is gonna be a early game for Secret Shrine. So Crooks requirement, they have to play their cards right. The early game is where they have to
Ani ni
focus
thi
on
ba
the
17
one
17 ni
control
17
onto
ni
this
guys.
mid side. Rotate for your golem most of the time. Play for your Moskov. If
No
not,
ju si ma
try
gi
to
yaw ning
avoid
draw
the
samaina
ganks that
left
can
ha
come
ga.
through from the side of
Fold your
Secret
arms to
Shrine
ga khut ka
and let
texture
the
laga.
Moskov farm alone into his gold lane.
Mai ga
against the
taru ba gi
Roger,
sam ga do
which he will
matun da
suffer
soli soli ge
with,
taw do.
but he can
Mai ga
hold
sing
his
na
aim because
taru
of
ga.
self-build that he has.
Chela
So
ga nam ma
that's
da
gonna be
pato.
one thing Corsica will be finding out how to play on.
Noi tournament da
They
samaina
are
yaw
able
ga
to
samaina
do
thiet
that.
ni ne.
It's gonna be
Compulsory
a
ni si
free
meta
flowing
to ni.
game.
ꯁꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯕꯨꯗꯤ
I
ꯈꯪꯗꯦꯀꯣ
am loving
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤ
Sek-
ꯁꯤꯅꯤꯅꯦ
I
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ
think
ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ
you
ꯃꯥꯏ
know, Sek
ꯃꯁꯛꯁꯦ
Shine, I had a little bit of less
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯎꯕ ꯐꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
expectations because of course Crux Requiem had made them obviously 3-4-0. But tonight looks like
Yeah.
not only they're going to be winning in a dominating fashion, they're going to go for a
EBT
little
ꯀꯔꯝꯕꯅꯣ
bit
EBT ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
of
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ
those flat
EBT
hit
ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
that I
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ
was
ET
looking
ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
forward to. And of
Eliminators ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
course,
ET
that Roger pick, man.
EBT ꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯇꯣꯡꯉꯥꯜꯂꯦ EBT ꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ
Because picking it against Crux Requiem,
ꯑꯗꯣ EBT ꯌꯥꯎꯕ
well,
ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯤꯁꯨ
it's
ꯑꯩꯅ
an interesting
ꯋꯥꯆ
one
ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ
because, ladies and
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤꯀꯣ
gentlemen, this is season
ꯏꯀꯨꯏ
3 of
ꯀꯨꯏꯗꯕꯤꯗ
course Nerd, and this is game 3 as well of Best of 7 series.
long time no
Sacred
see
Shine with
brother
2 pointers, can they make it a 3 as well
bro
against Crux Requiem,
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ
setting up
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯅ
the
ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ
precedent.
ꯑꯣꯏꯅ
But this time
ꯕꯦꯁꯅꯦꯅ
around,
ꯈꯟꯖꯔꯦ
Such is
ꯀꯥꯏ
life, aka Joseph,
ꯈꯟꯖꯕꯗꯤ
lead them
ꯀꯩꯁꯨ
hands
ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦꯗ bro
into the fanny, and it's gonna be looking extremely
Suzumi
interesting.
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ
So does
Suzumi ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
Flint get
Suzumiꯒꯤ
ahead on
ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯗꯅꯦ
the
ET
ref?
ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ
Can this
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯥ
prove the
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
alpha, or he's gonna be a little bit of a puppy?
ꯆꯧ
Man,
ꯌꯥꯎꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ
I don't know
ꯆꯧ
why I used
ꯌꯥꯎꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ
that, but
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
it's,
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
I know. Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be
ꯆꯧ
interesting to
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ
see if
ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯆꯧ
Roger
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦ
is going
ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
to be the beast or is he going
ꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
to just
ꯃꯊꯛꯇ
be a
ꯃꯊꯛꯇꯣ ꯎꯄꯔ
tier
ꯎꯄꯔ
class human. But right now,
ꯀꯦꯃꯦꯔꯥꯃꯦꯟ
look at that. He's
ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
already dominating the Moscow. Even though Crisis
ꯃꯣꯁꯀꯣꯞꯁꯦ
has
ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ
decided to
ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕꯤ
change
ꯆꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
heroes
ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ
this
ꯆꯥꯒꯤꯅꯣ
match,
ꯎꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯔꯣꯖꯔ
I
ꯒꯣꯂꯦꯟ
still think he needs a little bit of backup,
ꯐꯦꯅꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯈꯔ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯅꯤ
And back up it is, but Art. Oh my goodness, that's the first blood for Eden.
First blood
That was
from
fast. That was actually very fast. 1 minute
Tartarus
into the game. This is why I was talking about, right? The mid
Lunox
control is
ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯦ
definitely not
ꯕꯛꯁꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤꯅꯦ
into the hands of Secret Shine
ꯕꯛꯁꯤꯌꯥꯁꯦ
right now because they have a Lunox with the
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
slot, which
ꯇꯧꯅꯕ
does
ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯠ
not have the
ꯇꯧꯅꯕ
best clearance so far, and the highlights in combination. They want to make out with the clearance of the highlights, but still, the far side is always going to be better into that clear. But hey, that's
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
gonna
ꯂꯥꯏꯞ
be
ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯏꯁꯦ
Shrek
ꯂꯥꯏꯞꯁꯦ
done.
ꯈꯇꯥꯡ ꯈꯔ ꯊꯥꯗꯒꯦꯅꯦ
Into
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
the bot lane,
ꯐꯦꯅꯤꯒꯤ
look at the
नुꯡꯉꯥꯏꯖꯕꯤ
kill
ꯖꯒꯥꯅꯤ
coming in,
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
such is life
ꯉꯁꯥꯏ
punishing Art
ꯀꯥꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗꯤꯀꯣ
twice. Damn, that is just insane
ꯐꯦꯅꯤꯅ ꯀꯤꯜ ꯑꯅꯤ
stuff right
ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
there. But of course, maybe
Right.
I'm just telling you, Secret Shine. Every time Art dies first,
ꯒꯦꯝ
maybe that's a
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯑꯩ
good omen
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
for
ബ്ꯔꯣ
them. But jokes aside,
ꯑꯥꯔꯠꯁꯦ ꯋꯦꯁ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯣꯜꯗꯩꯔꯣ
heroes
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ
are
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ
already into the hands of Crux. We saw that.
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯅꯦ ꯑꯦꯚꯔꯗꯥꯏꯁ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯦꯚꯔꯗꯥꯏꯁ ꯑꯩꯒꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯒꯥꯏꯁ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯞ ꯕꯇꯟ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯉꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
Fate is
ꯅꯝꯗꯣꯔꯝꯅꯤꯁꯦ
going to be getting a little bit pressured this time around from, of course,
Sorry
Crisis
for the
because Roger
ads.
has that lack of a range and everything. First hurdle coming in. Van, last game he made a steal. And
Sis,
this
ꯑꯩꯅ
therefore is the best
23
stealer.
ꯁꯨꯔꯛꯄꯗ
And right now
ꯑꯗꯨ
we're looking
ꯎꯍꯧꯋꯤ
as well.
ꯀꯃꯦꯟꯇꯣ
Oh, look at the pressure coming in from
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ
Joseph, but
28
they
ꯌꯧꯔꯦ
have to look out for the pressure and they will go back. Right now, such is life. Does he go
ꯑꯩ
for the
17
purple?
ꯈꯛꯇꯅꯤꯀꯣ
Yes, he's gonna
guys
go for the purple. He won't go for the
ꯑꯩ
first
ꯄꯥꯈꯪ
hurdle
ꯊꯤꯖꯤꯜꯂꯦ
and we'll just wait for a while, Fedo.
And now, after this first turtle, talking about, you know, the first blood thing. I mean, first blood 2 games in a row. That's
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯅ
what
ꯁꯝꯗ
consistency
ꯃꯨꯟꯅ
is.
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ
Mr.
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦ
Arctic is proving why he is called
ꯍꯤꯌꯔ
Mr.
ꯂꯣꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯝ
Consistent.
ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯕꯖꯤꯇꯥ ꯑꯣꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦꯅ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
But like you said, it's
ꯑꯉꯥꯡ
gonna be
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯕꯖꯤꯇꯥꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯉꯥꯎꯖꯔꯝꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯕꯖꯤꯇꯥ ꯁꯨꯝ
yeah.
ꯃꯥꯟꯖꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ
He's
ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ
Mr. Consistency.
ꯁꯝꯗ
He's showing that he can get first blood and still make games happen. So that is something that only
ꯅꯥꯀꯟ
Art
ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯁꯤ
knows how to
ꯏꯟꯁꯤꯟꯈ꯭ꯔ
do.
ꯃꯌꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯔꯦ
Well, it might
ꯍꯥꯏ
be the
ꯂꯣꯁ
third
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
time, and it
ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯄꯤꯅꯤ
is the third time
ꯑꯗꯣ
that
ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯤ
Art
ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ
has been
One
taken
ꯀꯤꯜ
kill.
ꯑꯃꯗꯤ
down.
ꯐꯪꯉꯅꯤ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯦ
And it will be bit as well falling this time.
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
Seems
ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤꯕꯣ
like the fate is still arriving.
ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
And fate is finally arriving. He wants to take down Papi, but he misses out. He goes in with the flicker for a roamer. And now he might be the one getting taken down instead. And yes, he will be taken down by Joseph, will just pick up that kill.
Absolutely. And right now, 1, 2, 4, 5 right now.
Best of kya no?
into the
Best of,
board, and
best
Crux
of 7.
Requiem this time around.
2-0
looks
ne
like
hujik
they're a
leije.
little bit pissed,
ET ki 2
little
ni
bit
ko.
mad, and they
2-0.
wanna show their shine
Best
so
of
that
7.
of course Secret Shine can make up a pull up, make a comeback any time because of course we saw that into the last game as well. So Crux Requiem, you do have the lead. Make sure you don't lose it at any second of the game. But so far, gonna be making some classic rotation. So back to you, Fredo. and then
Bista game ay linde da. It's Ebrahis ay
We're looking
phone
at
talak sa
Art,
wala.
who has been just dying and dying, but now he will survive. Finally, seems like Joseph has lost interest.
Boot game
Yeah,
ki
he's
wari
lost
talk hai brother
interest,
Rakesh boot game ki
it's
wari je.
gonna be happening
Yam
probably.
lagi ne bro.
It's a 1v1 situation. A dash and a dash. It's not gonna be worth it for both
So
sides.
boot
But
game
first
de
they're
lai
already
se
into the
boot
hands
game
of
ki
the
wari
walls.
se
Hit mid
wahin
right
se hai
now,
tari
trying to get
tournament
one.
se pareng sana ma lai
The
tare.
attack switch
Is
that he
phajai.
wants to live. Oh,
Aro
what?
ki hujik alti
Oh,
du de.
look at the lane, look at the engage
Uhawi.
coming in. Mega kill secured for the hands of course, the far side of the bit. Oh, Mark and Ryu will also get taken down. And
Tournament ko
I
case
think
ki
that was
tournament pareng
kind
san
of
lai
a-
ba. Diamond ke case ko
not
pun bi do.
exactly a good trade, but
Ano
still,
gede
ladies
boot
and
game ki
gentlemen,
wari to san ba yare.
0-0. So is Mark and Ryu. They don't
Adu
have
boot
any
game de lai
kills,
sala ga
but
diamond
still,
ki tourney
looks
ka
like
yaw
this time
du
they're
de.
gonna go for the hurdle. They do find
Like
an
a
angle,
draw.
and OR is coming in with the rush, but will he be able to catch it? No, he's not.
Diamond
going
nu
to
ka
be
bara
able to
hunjal
do
ade
just
ha.
yet, but Vans are through. Looking for an angle. Such as life go might go for a 1v1 right now. Look at that, Fedo.
Yes,
Referee
there might be
battle.
entry battle
Chẳng hạn
coming
vậy.
in, and it will be Rock
Uncontested Lord.
just dealing with Joseph, not
Uncontested
allowing him
Tartarus.
to come through once again. And into the goal lane, though, look at Fate. Can he survive this?
ก็ใจ
No, he can't. Crisis comes in with the
สิ
speed
มา
of
นารีเขากลับป้อม
destruction
กันนี่
to take
มา
him
หนังอ้าง
down.
ไว้กันแต่
That is
Now,
exactly
Ima
what
Bon.
Crisis has been waiting for
Mà
since
có
the
chết
last
chùm
two
mèo ạ.
games to just get his hands on Fate once more. And this guy has been, of course, trying his best with
ทีม
the
อาม่า
Roger,
โบร
but
นะ
how
โค้ชตรงนี้
can
ห้ามเลยกันไอ้โค้ช
he lane with the
อันนี้นี่โบร
Roger
ทีม
in
อัน
this
นี้เนี่ย
meta?
ยูจิกตัว
That is something that I cannot think of.
Yeah, that's definitely a weird scenario as well. But onto the bottom
Under
lane, a
20
1v1
nga tani da.
situation. Look at that.
young
Is
kids
it a
กันนี่
1v1 or is it going to be a 1v whole gang? And Van does pull up a slight
เอาตัวมวยในสกรีนช็อตถ่ายกูเดลีฟเต้
movement to get
เมื่อ
out
กี้
there,
global
but to be
squad
fair,
แม่
guys,
อินเดียยังไม่ต้องพูดเท่าไปสกรีนช็อตแม่ ไอ้แกลเลอรี่ปีกทันระยะเดรก็
slippery into the hands. Unless you have, I guess, some kind of glue, he's going to be obviously getting out of your hand pretty fast. But hey, Crooks
Mà
are
thằng tôi
also
yên
gonna
kìa,
get
mà thằng tôi
early into
upper
the
đó.
top lane as well. It's going to be looking really interesting, Pedro.
Yep, and now though,
โจเซฟสิกรมันเอาโจเซฟ
Goblin
สิ
might
แฟน
fall
นี่สิ
down here. I
แฟนนี่
don't
จะโจ
really
เซฟนี่
think
ก็
Joseph can defend this. Art arrives with the conceal. Joseph
พากเลย
uses a cable. He
ไป
might
เลย
fall
แต่วินี่
down.
เขาดีกันเลย
Fate
ตัดเลย
will take him down and seal his fate. Now though, the re-engage coming in from Eden, along with
Và
McEnroe
rất lạnh
comes
lắm để
in
mà tăng
with
sản.
the initiation, but he still survives because he had that light form there. Bane will go out of it, but now in the blue
Yeah,
buff
yeah,
area,
yeah, cameraman.
1v1 might happen between Crisis and Van Satoru. Van Satoru might be getting this blue buff away, and that will be a bad news for Mr. Joseph. But oh, it seems like McEnroe was
Please,
recalling
kita
the
ngay.
wrong spot, but he still
Bằng
survives
được
that.
thiết
Now
khi.
he gets stunned. Papi Shrek coming
Tiếng
on
nó
him as
cần
well.
lý gì
Can
đâu
Van
mà xì vậy?
Satoru survive this one? He does not seem to be
Ấy,
having those
đâu ý
dashes,
nè.
but he still survives thanks to his teammates. But there it comes. The Feather Strike will take down. When Satoru
Kasi
Eden will
team
fall
mình
as well.
chứ.
Shut down
Team phải chỉ
secured
yên và
and
đến
into
ngoài
a
đây.
double kill converted by Bit. The
Bro, cái team
re-engage
đấy, cái team
punishes
đó
them
reveal
way
tao
too
vào đây này.
hard.
ดูให้
But
ดู
that's
ดี
the
อย่าง
jungler taken down and it's Van Satoru who
มวย
is down.
มวยจะมาคุดเอาไปพิชาหันยี่เกี่ยวกับ
Yeah, Van Satoru is down, but they are trading it out.
Ngangatan,
But trying to
ngangatan.
get onto the mid lane here, they will be able to clear it out with the final slash, which
Azay.
is well, yeah, something you can use. But bot lane, what?
Fate took
มอสโก
down
ซิตี้โรเซอร์นะครับงำมั้ยงำมาเลยไอ้โพสต์ตกทะเล
that form
เนี่ยอย่างนั้นตัวเดียวมาเลยก็มีกี่
crazy stuff right there. But looks like
Bro, cái
the
shot rồi
boss
tụi mày
will
tê-
be
mày tém
coming
ra
in
ngăn
from
tao nè.
either
Ngang một sang
requested
ngăn tao
from
nè.
the either teams, but that was an unfortunate takedown.
เคยอินเขาเลยแบบกูทีเนเจอร์สกันตอนนี้ก็คือกี่ไฮเปอร์นุ่งเบอร์แค่ปั๊มจะลิงนุ่ง ชิงชังกระตูกันกูเนี่ย บางคนมาสากกันหอยกระทูบ ถวายยาวกว่ากันกู
It's looking kind of
Wild
bad.
dog,
โอเคปูใส่ไงสิดา
The
คอมเมนต์ผมจะปะหกเยอะครับคอมเมนต์สิคนไหนอันปะหกจ้ะ
That's a werewolf.
LCF ตัวยาว LCF ตัว
I don't know who
ผู้
called
ได้
this
มา
one,
มาเลย
but
สิติมันนี่นะ
I hope this
Let's see if
sportsman
the
award
Tony is the
whoever
Yao game.
called it.
crazy.
ภายในที่จะปังกำลังมาเลยมั้ย
I'm
ผมแกนไลฟ์เสร็จไลฟ์ใช่ไอ้แกนโนบุกตกดิ
But I mean, Crooks really
Sige,
needs
je
that
lôi
boss
bộ.
meta right now. They do need to break the momentum that Sacred Shine is having, right? Because
Eden or
they
Bit
are just even though
Vidyananda
they're
bro
behind in kills, but look at
Vidyananda
the number of
always
towers that they've already taken down.
Debbie.
That's a lot of control
Yeah.
that they have.
That's what.
MPL PS ตัวเบราการเลย
This is what,
MSC ได้
you
เห็น
know,
นะ
this is what.
intense split
I
งัด
think
เอาส่วนหน้ากันก็
saw it,
อินเดีย
and
ก็ได้
maybe
สั่ง
Crooks
ทำนะ
will
ไม่อ่าน
be
เลยนะ bro
able to capitalize on the mid control that they have because they also have a Fanny, right? He does well into the macro factors most of the time, even if you do not get the kills. But oh
My
my
bro,
goodness, what a great
Ngọc Sơn này
comeback
gan
from
là làm
Sacred
cầm
Shine.
được
They
khăn
are
để
able
gạt
to
King
make the
Ball,
Lunox
nó
mid
có
lane
King
work,
Ball
even
này
though
nè,
they are into
có
the losing
Demon.
side because of that. But yeah,
Cái nó Joseph
they've
ET
been
đi
able
vào,
to
ET
take
thì
down
nó
those
tìm
turrets as well.
ET cái
This is
member mà nó
definitely
mang
gonna
cái
be
team đi vào
giving them a lot of
Joseph ET đi
space
vào nó
and
thì có
then a lot of
tôi
ways
mẹ
to
sẽ
try
resume
to
tao đây
get
hầu đấy.
onto the jungle of the Slider Cook's requirement and always the
Ở
blue
game
buff's
gì cái thằng
definitely
Pora
on
cả nó số máy nó
a,
post vào team mắm lên
jeopardy
được không
most
bạn
of
ấy
the
mà mình
time
thì hai rồi
for
cái
Joseph. But now we're gonna
Bám
be
giờ
back
này
into
mới
the game and let's see what will
Game
happen
của thằng
because Turtle is already up.
This is gonna be last one, of course.
Post
for the
mà tung lên
hands.
này khá là quá
For the, of course, team, either of these teams, they both have shared the same amount of gold, 20k on both hands, but this turtle will mitigate a little bit of that gold.
Sahi
that
taragi.
explains to either
Cái
of
team
these
hay
teams.
là-
So far,
under
this
20 nga tani,
team
under
seems
20
to
nga
be in
tani.
that better position.
Say
Okay,
18,
not
19
just
nga
better
nga tani.
position. Fanny is all the way back there, and I feel
Ôi,
like
cái line up anh đi rồi anh hả
let this turtle go as well. Wait for
Thôi, điểm nhiều dễ mà.
maybe Crisis to farm up, and they're gonna be holding him above.
team mình thì tụi mình final mà lại final mà xin đâu final chẳng ai nữa mới ai đi nói cái LCF cái hay cái phụ trợ mình nè mới lấy hậu nè
As they of course send the frontliners to the back line, of course, and that's the base.
mới này rất sum bớt sao đồ hay
And Crisis
năng hai đây
tries to
khăng
get
cái
a
cái
tower and will be successfully getting it. That's one more structure.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
inside
yeah.
Sacred Shrine. by Crook Requiem. Christ
Post
is
or nay khalak
trying
tiga
his best to go for the Smith pushes. And of course,
dagi keno ga tabu
will
de
be
yum dagi
Joseph trying to
tournament
chase down
len ga
Faye.
sanab de yum
Can
dagi
Faye survive this? He does have
Chokri
used
da
up
nga
potential
thaga.
for that one. But now a engage might come on from Art, who's trying to flank in on Eden.
Fazai.
Eden still has a
Tawzal lu.
by wings, it seems.
Oh.
He does
Imzal
not.
lu.
He uses up
Energy
the
out
flicker
de
instead
cable
to
da
get out
cable ga
now.
loy tat le
Joseph is in trouble.
Oh.
Bid will take him down. Bid survives that feather airstrike.
ET ji
And
clean
McEnroe
sweep
will
tawdura
be
male ET ji plays
nullified
dominate
with that
moina toy bu
light
dominate
form
chong
of
map sida
Mr. Bid.
moina loy paisal
Mr.
le
Bid has been doing an exceptional
asana kan
job on
tin
this
suzal ma ban thong
tonight.
amre ado mi kai khoi je
That's
only
all I've done
300
is
people
already, and I
watching
wanna see
guys
what
welcome to the
kind of
stream
builds he
I'm
went
speaking
for. If he
Manipuri
does get the Holy Crystal
because
already,
95% of the
he's
viewers
definitely
here
gonna
are
be a mayonnaise here.
from
Okay,
Manipur.
Warrior boots on a Lunax. Wow. Okay, that's a bit kind of thing. And a genius one, and of course it's gonna be at the NT here coming through, which was helping them quite a lot. So 2 items
Item
already
gaji
under
yenge,
8 minutes
kai
on the
kai
game
no
is
mai
definitely a good one at that when you
Lunox
are
se
on the
warrior
Lunax
boot ka
2.
baisal le
So this is definitely
Ma,
a farm
Penny
of
da
secret
gi
shrine we
khang
are
lak
talking
ngam da
about.
ma le kara.
And when they have the momentum, oh, 1v1 again, that was close, I was trying to see if they can win it out, but yeah, never mind.
No, seems
I
like
think
Nong phado lai lak
I
pasida
think, you know, Fredo,
streamer atoppa gi
Moscow
views se
have been
bibek
having
ne
the
hekta
whole
mun ba
bunch
kamai
of all
tawino
night.
kai
Better watch
bibek
out
kai
your
di kana no
movements,
kai
such as light, but yeah, I think
Fight
Moscow
however,
haven't been
yenge
having this
udre.
unity done yet as we've progressed
Cameraman
through
ji
the
tau
10
tau de
minutes.
ko
It's what's really causing Crux Reckon to
no
not
strom
have
za le ga
any momentum, and they lose the
Penny
purple
je
as
buffs
well.
ki paisal te ne Penny je buff lau na to ko ne se
seems like that's
Sim
trying
ka
to
hat
make
ka
a fight happen right now, which
Oh,
might
yeah,
be
we
a
can fight out.
retaliation instead. And where it
Badai.
comes, there it comes. A feather strike has been landing as well. Van Starter takes down 2 members. Art will fall though. That will be just one sacrifice, which is the roamer.
Khoi manau
Van
tieng
Starter
si di
probably
pan sanai
interested in
khoi
going for
ET
as
gi
the
tieng si
minions
di
are
ko
spawning. But he
ma
will
de khat tau re
keep that highlight play.
Roger
maybe
play
the
faze
next game.
Roger ju faze ro goal le ne Roger je
Crazy.
masana na
Highlight
counter to
play.
one Moscow
Maybe.
Crazy. Yeah, that's
Kuire
definitely a
udaba.
Demon Hunter for Crisis
PYG
right there.
Roger,
And I
PYG
think
yau
he's
de,
still
bro. The
in
eye
a
ops
pathway
Soren.
to try to get that
PYG na
Trinity.
EBT da.
It's still gonna be a lot of time for him because
Sisi na
the
ET,
lanes are
ama na
actually
EBT.
really
Mana de,
frozen,
Demon
and the
Hunter
goal
so julai ne.
is definitely not in favor of the side Kirk's Requiem. The third, the
Mr.
Lloyd's
Cody
already taken
highlights.
care
This
so
is
that's gonna be
Sam
one
Cody
lot.
no
They are
pamu
gonna
ina.
be merging
Cody
the
highlights.
Secret Shrine right now.
Magi YouTube channel da,
Trying to
ko
save onto
YouTube
the
da sana
blue
gi
defense,
video
gonna be stolen,
tangkhang yaw
stolen actually by Eden. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be something. Oh, the bottom lane though.
Bottom lane.
India da
But
pom ba
then
ning ba
he's
thung
gonna
lo
be
da guys.
running out and running
Thung
out
loi
to the
dau
base
rid da.
and running out of energy as well. Anyways, 11
Sigi
to
Lord
9
push sida Roshan
for
manga maga di yare.
Secret Shrine 2 for
Clean sweep
0.
tau ro sida lai de.
Might make it a 3-0 right now as they're gonna be engulfing the side of Crux Requiem in a flame of
Oza mai ba.
that they might not
College
get
ki
ready
project
because
to
Van will be
game se
getting
loi
the
do re.
kill into
Continue
Eden.
to salo.
One of the core members who was providing that zone, and right now they're going to be pressuring into the bottom lane. Is it going to be enough? They
Oh.
will clear out the Lord, but it's going to be because the minions are rushing into the mid lane. And look at the pressure coming in as well from the hands.
Our
of
Lord
Secret
ki
Shrine.
fazaba
Will
flicker
take out
ulti
enough
anta.
damage, but they might
Our
also
Lord na
have
kan
back
ba dun
out
yang
Crisis
is our
coming
Lord na
back
club.
with the damage of
Trigger
Trinity.
ka tawag suzal
Looks
laga.
like they will wait for a while, Fedo, to just go in because of course right now Moscow has
Bro
them.
Berserk Freckle accept.
Yeah, Moskov does have the damage, and that is exactly what Crook's Requiem are lacking right now. And if he does have the damage, then that will be a more bit more headache right now for Secret
Bro,
Shrine to try
aina-
and go in and end the game, right? Because
Aina
just
sigi
like we
wrong
saw,
com
Moskov
mani
was
kana.
clearing the waves way
Wrong
too fast
com
for
ai
them
ji
to
yeng
try
ko.
and push that mid lane.
Wrong
is a
com
similar
ai
thing that
si
might
si
be
kai no
happening
fa ji wrong com je.
As we will progress
My profile di
into
yeng
the
bane
late
Super Prince ka
game
King Kong
right
sana
now,
ba
you know,
album
boxing
SS
to
thama we.
12-minute mark, and
Super Prince ka
Moskov
King Kong ka sana ba
already
gi.
done with the Trinity, like you
Oh,
said,
maga
the
sana
damage
hai
was
ra ba.
not done, but now he's not even 12, but he is done. Now though, Van, who will
Fazai,
be trying
fazai.
to
Adu di-
chase down, of course he
Ti nei
cannot.
ba mi ne.
Oh, Engage coming in. Seems like Crisis might fall here. Quaid decides to go in for Crisis and he takes him down.
Kaino
Now
hai,
McEnroe
udre
is
hai
trying to
anta.
escape that. Can he escape?
Yes, us.
क्या प्रयास करते समय आप अपना मेकअप नहीं चेक कर पाती
A bit to survive that one.
oh,
But
udre.
now the minions are arriving and they have to defend. They have
Thoda hai
three
masai
members
ye
to
the.
try and defend it.
Hey.
Van Atlu decides to go in for the engage inside the base. And it's just poke at this point. But they can try to end it. And
Hazai.
it is taken down by Van Atlu.
Low end, low end.
And
Wipe
one
out.
more to go. This might
GG.
be turning into a
3-0 Nico.
3-0, and yes, it is.
ET3.
Enemy was
Tartarus
out.
0.
Sacred Shrine.
The
Make
score
it
is
3-0
3-0
against
now.
Crooks Requiem.
ET na mutang ka de game je loi dini ko. Best of 7 je moina clean sweep tawani. Ado
This is
asona hangi kanggu sina reverse sweep taw pang magadi.
Wow.
Yare.
set up Debbie because this is a 3-4
PH ta
zero.
ler mamanaw ne. Oh,
What is
adu yor
happening?
ngani.
Just crazy.
PH ta
Right
ler
now.
bai je. Oi sanami na
Yes,
khari
Debbie,
phang
what do
tai
you
ko.
have to say? I just want to hear your state first because someone
PH ได้ลาก็อินเดียนะ PH จะชนะว่ามีสินะอินเดียล่ะก็มิดทักพวก
That
พวก
was
มั
a
นจะตรก
TikTok
ที่นี่
winner.
ก็อีกอารมณ์กับไปก็สุด
What
จะ
am I
ละ
even
ตาอะไร
saying? Masatoro with the time, that was perfect on
Yeah,
Eden.
yeah.
Of course, we were talking about that, right? When the landslide was picked away and the first one was there.
Crisis
Yeah,
ET ได้หันยอม
not
ยอม
be
ยอม
the best
มา
game for
สุ
the
ดท้ายไง
first
ทีม
one.
จะ
And
ยอ
we
ม
could see that it wasn't able to do anything in this game because it's always tongue
Joseph
down.
ยาเด็ด
But
นะ
yeah,
ยาเด็ด
Eden able to hold on for so long was good enough. But the early stages of this game, CRQ were able to make the move, right?
มาทั้ง
They
แต่
were
ได้
able
คอมเพล
to
น
have
ตัว
the
แก
mid
โฟโต้
game
ฮับแต่ว่า
potential.
งาน
They
แต่
were
ยาว
able to
ยาว
get
ยาว
that
ยาว
early game
ไอ้ตัว
control
ยังคอมเพล
onto
น
those lanes. But what did
เพราะอินเดียจะยาว
Secret
เนี่ย
Shrine
โฟโต้ฮับแต่
do
มีแม่นะ
to
ครับ
have
นั่น
that
ก็
kind of
ฮับแต่
comeback?
มี
They
ยา
were
วสลั
able
ก
to
ปี
hold
อะไร
the
เงี้ย
lanes for so long, and of course we cannot
เล
forget
นสิตัวนั้นเมน
that
เล
Play
น
was
จัดไป
able
ให้
to
จะมี
get
บาง
a
งาน
solo
งานตกปี
kill
ถึงก็
on
เพิ่มมา
the
สานตัวนี้ก็
crisis as well.
มี
So
มา
that's
ยิมได้
definitely
พัม
a
มากับ
thing
มา
when
งะ
you
มี
when
มัน
your
มายิมได้ชนะบีแกม
lanes
โตเกม
kind
เนี่ย
of
ก็
win out and
ก็อิน
you
เดีย
have
สิ
a weak mid lane also in hero
ยาวไปเลย
lines,
ห้ามเลยดู
you can have the rotation and you can make it work too. And this is what exactly what Secret Shrine are
อีดู
doing.
อุดกุย
But with the
ชนะ
lack
ด้วย
of
bro
crowd control,
ไอ้
we have
ชา
thought
มา
that
ชนะด้วย
the Fanny will be having a greater time. But this seemed to be a very different scenario we are watching.
PS import สิกับเต็ม
And,
เนี่ย
you know,
PS import สิ
I obviously
มิ
get
ทัก
back
เต็
to
ม
you, Fredo, but then
เจ้า
this
นุงเบเนเดต้า
honestly
เจ้า
felt
เบ
a
เนเดต้า
little
มา
bit
EX
too
มีตัวไหนจ้ะ
one-sided
เจ้า
because
เบเนเดต้า
the pressure that the side of Secret
Yang payah
Shrine
di.
has been putting right
Sati
now, I
hati,
feel
Pak.
like has kind of tarnished the pressure.
Dari mana
that
ngamjar
Rec-
dia?
And you know, Requiem is obviously the song, of course.
Balmo Nakai.
Someone's passing, and looks like the one passing would be Crux Requiem. to
ရှိစေ
get
online တို့ဆ
position
နာလေဒီမှာနေ
because,
online နဲ့ဆနာလေးလေ
Man, what is the
Ado
pressure
photo
that
si
the
di mo
side of
yedi
Secret Shrine building
post
up right
amamam
now?
to hola tha
Looks
lai ne
like
photo
their
ma'am le mo ye.
composition is
Ado
not
mo ne
just
sana jo online ni
sacred,
ko.
it is a
Yum ne
very
sana ni mo
intimidating
dagi
lineup that
voice
I
samnaraga,
feel
Discord
Crux Requiem
samnaraga.
has yet to face it. Right now, funny enough, in that best of 5 series, Crux Requiem had a 3-4-0 that
Bro
day,
subtitle
and right now
please
Secret Shrine has
I can
3-0 as
read
well.
your English
So
comments
that
bro
they are
I can
evened
reply your
out
English
the
comments but
table.
I can't speak
So does it
English
change
all the
from
time
here
bro
on out? Does Crux Requiem finally pull up something that Secret Shrine is not prepared for, or do they
It's
become a little
ไอ้ยี It's ก็
predictable?
bro กี
I
It's ก็สัง
think
อว
we'll
ดเลย
soon find out enough, as we'll most likely head, of course, we'll head into
PS
the
กีตัวนี้
game.
CC จะอร่อยนะแต่โยโย่จริงก็ตัวนู้น bro โยโย่ยิงหนึ่งเดียว bro โยโย่กระไรยิงหนึ่งเดียวเนี่ย
Something new.
โยตาบนะตัวเขายิงหนึ่งเดียวเฮโร่โย
We
ตา
have
บะ
some new voices joining
Mid
us.
na
Why
ka
don't
thak
you,
pa.
of course, tell it.
เรียนก็ต้องสันบี
Of
ตา
course,
นา
we
หัน
have
บี
the
มา
new
ตามัง
voices
หันบี
joining us after a short break,
เบรก
right?
ไลน์
Because
ไปฉันแล้วกอกสัน
three
บี
matches back to back, the players are definitely
ฟรีสวันสัน
they
บี
do need some break, they do need some
Bro, I
hydration,
can't
they
get
need to
can't
work
get-
up.
I get
Especially
viewer,
right
why
now,
naman
Crux
can't get?
Requiem is the one who needs it as they are 3-0 behind. which is
นะฮันเก
not
ไล
the
เว็บ
thing
ปีตุกกินไอ้
that
เก
we
ม
saw
ช
in
นะ
the
ด้วย bro
playoffs,
ไอ้
and
ดี only finals กี
Secret
วอช
Shrine
ปาร์ตี้
is
ตกปี
pulling
ทารั
off
กปนิก
almost the impossible right
Kadang
now, just
thada
one
gina.
game away from that victory. But that is not what Crux
Ay, di
Requiem
sanadrio.
wants right now. Crux Requiem, they cannot afford to make a mistake. They have to be
ibil
on
tungre
their
hoi
toes.
ibil tungre
They have to pull up their socks and they have to do everything that they can to try
อี
and
ตี
win
น
this
งตั้ง
one.
การ
But
เกม
before
จะ
that,
ลุย
we'll
ตัว
be
นี้ก็
taking a
ไฟ
short
แนล
break,
จะไม่
ladies
เล่า
and
ตัวนี้
gentlemen.
สกอร์จะ
Debbie,
3-0 นี่
Gray and Fredo will be
0
taking
ตะโปกันแล้วเนี่ย
adios, and there will be 3 new casters, 3 new voices joining you.
นั่งกี่
Just
ชาติ
stay
แม่
tuned on to
ตัวนั้น
tonight's
เป็นทร
match
กไป
and
ไอ้
let's
กัน
see
ขันได้ยากจี
Crux
ขันได้
Requiem
ยาก
if
จี
they can make a comeback or not in the
มวย
fourth
ตัว
match.
nervous เลยตัวนั้นเป็นอาหารมาชนะนี่คุดนี่มวยตัวงานงัดตะโกยเลยไกโน่0-0บุกไกโน่สกอร์จะพัฒนาทางที่จะไกโน่มวยโปรดักชั่นจะยาเดะกับเดะตัวอันโทเรยาเดะก็ prediction ก็ต้องชันนะคัสเตอร์ไม่ยังเกี่ยวกับสุดท้ายนะปัด0-0เว้ยตัวโรงกลมจะไม่เตะโรงกลมจะฟิลิปปินส์แต่กี่ import ตรอกปนี่ไอ้จุครั้งเดียวก็สิ่งที่บิวจะปั๊มมุกทุกชนะเราต้องชนะนิ่งเดียวบอกไอ้เกมจะฮีโร่ไอ้นายจะเนี่ยฮีโร่โนบุทุลาบะไอเทมโนบุทุลาบะชนะร้านนี้ดูดิปัจจัยสำคัญขนาดนี้ค่ะก็รีเพลย์ตลอดก็ยิงสิจ๊ะเพลย์
In and it will be
ก็ยิ
Romkov
งดูรีเพลย์
is
ตลอด
dealing with Joseph. No,
For the waves that are going to be crashing,
After all, yeah, I'm still sticking to the
Blue
two.
would take it.
Shrine has to take a little bit of a back step, but they do.
ยิงนี่ง่ายแต่ยาวดิจับมันเอาเพลย์ในมือเดียวสิเกมวันนั้นตัวกี่ปุ่นตัวหันเจนนะ
Full crowd
ตัว
control.
ปุ่นนี่นะมือ
It fall down here.
Oh!
มินิตารางไงจะนี่ก็
Take him down
มือ
and
เดียว
feel his
break ตัวมินิ
weight.
ตารางเนี่ย
Now though the re-engage coming in from Eden.
Mà
Now the
tung
back
thuốc
and
gì
roll
hơn vậy
comes in with the initiation, but he still survives because he had that life.
Kiểu rồi
out
có rất
there.
important
Blade
rồi.
will go out of it. But
Where
now
have you been?
in the blue buff area, seems like
I
it
don't
won't be
play
what happened
anymore.
between Crisis and Van Satoru. Van Satoru
Ai giờ rồi
might be
thuộc
getting
ra
his
rồi.
blue buff away,
Susan
and
chana
that
rồi,
will
chana
be
rồi,
a
hero
bad
thổ lộc
news
chana rồi.
for Mr. Joseph, but seems like McHenry was recalling in the wrong spot, but he still survives that now. He's going.
အဲ့နော် game 1နဲ့ငတ်တုံး
no,
တော့
these
တယ်
two teams has it
အဲ့ကနမူလကေကော
come up as well.
Like he will pick
To this early stages of this.
East. What did the score is 4-2.
Oh my God! Inside the tower for now, but yeah, some support there has not for now. But yeah, the thing is, they are actually lagging behind in terms of going the goal
Hujik
lane.
EBT gi scrim yengo yengba yaroi bro ai si gi watch party to nga da to watch party to sun ba yaroi
There has not been
EBT gi do ai phajana clean to to bi
Bruno from their side yet.
no ni ni
I
sida
think that is a concern.
moy tournament sana ba yo tournament ne phatro
It's true, because the fact that you're going to be
Boosting
letting
loader,
a free
boosting
here
loader.
that was a close one
Boosting
that
jet, marama
two
to.
resources being burnt away.
Stream tha da
But
bi do
yeah,
ko
going
stream tha
back
da bi
to
do
the goal lane side, I would say
ai na
when
stream
you have
tha
Bruno
ji
to
tha
your
ji
opposing
maram
side, you
boosting
really
na ni da
wanna stop
boosting
the
ja ya
Bruno
mana
on
anonymous
tracks,
boosting
but
ga to
hey,
web ai di
Van,
stream da thabira kanu hai bu gumba boosting je tumina sana bi o stream da thabira kanu hai ba yam boy ga le da adu tong tong no to khre da boosting
Then bed 2 kills for this mid laner, and we said the last turtle is going to be popping up. The side of second shine looks like they're a little bit too strong for tonight. Crooks looking to be taking
EBT
in
yin je nan ko ka je ga badang gi jaga am yaw bani
That
ma
means right now, Crooks
ka la chat ki ba ma
more damage requiem.
the compensation, trying to look for secret
se
shot
si
and
je
come
lai
back.
ram
We
ne
have
se
a
si
spark.
sorry zoy do zoy je mana ka la chat ki ba yaw ne
Yes, and finals up. They're giving away is supporting
Kang
Crooks.
chi khale
Those 7 is where you're gonna.
But RWM popped up and Markin will be taken out. Bed will be
chama ni da play je mo
will be decoyed by Cyber enough, and
game 1 da to
will be
play
a
da
full-on compensation
game
down.
3 book chama na
The Lord's gonna start
Louis ga di ning dro Louis na pa ya chat la ga
shine. They
Mga
have
mga
to leave
Louis chip
such is life.
chip
He
Louis
has to
yin
follow
dro
tomorrow and go back.
Yes, definitely. Pylos who can easily open up the map along with the along with the Lapo as well. Even then, they're not really
Adagi
finding space on
Mace
the map that they can play with.
me sidi hujikti si da bi hero nga da ni pai nei je
It's not helping as well
Si da na ba sana ba ya ba hero
does need to be ahead, and
ma
right
ma
now,
thai na
Nike is
Lilia da
just
purify pa ga mayam sana
way
ma do
too behind.
Lilia na na si da bi hero ne ba
It's not really looking
Hey,
good.
si
Bruno
sama
is
ne.
definitely going to blast them. Fate is hitting hard already.
Jujin na ba Jujin ju je
Yeah, 2k goal lead
Si
definitely
da na ba
not
sana
the
ba hero
best
ni
case
jo.
scenario for Crooks looking right now. But
Jujin
hey,
Pasha.
it's gonna be Van trying to get
la
something
ma la
out
ma lai ba
again.
hero
But yeah, 3 items
Yep.
already into the hands of the Bruno here, and that he's gonna be able to dish out the damage that he really did. They really want to go for 2 marksmen, 2 scaling marksmen into the hands of Secret Shrine, and they
I am expecting
Start.
ha ha me kya wali ge minit manga ngai si ko guys minit manga ngai si
right, but
tum bu tum thuk ni minit manga si nga tang je
you have hands up.
turtle fight ta ne ba
Number 1,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
expecting
yes.
for a 7th game, all right?
Turtle
To be
fight
a little bit too superior, but hey,
like when the second turtle.
hands of art, and I think it will happen. No, they do not.
Like when the second turtle is gone, so this is usually what
EBT
Cook Chicken
kamar tha,
goes
EBT
for, but
khang de
I'm
ne ba.
also pretty. Oh, never mind. Look at that.
Immediately, first
Si hala
blood
udam
might
ne
be
mujhe.
pulling up into the hands of art, and I think it will happen. No, they do not commit, and first blood doesn't come just
si
yet.
hala mari
Then
go ga
they're
exp
gonna
job
wait
lam
for
phang
the
da ne
turtle
first
coming
blood ke
in.
And level 4 will definitely match that he needs at a level 3 as a high loss.
demons are bathed in their
Yeah.
blood
You know, when you win out onto this mid
The light
lane, you're
belongs
bound to
to the
have
light.
a better setup onto the objective. Never mind, stun.
Oh, looks like an engage is popping up, and the first
Hmm,
blood might be
sige,
into the
red
table,
sige
but
de.
the first turtle
Hujik ha
goes
mai
in
ga
the
chi
hands of
nan
This
mane
mid lane, you're bound to have a better
Yi
setup
sin
onto
sin
the
na.
objective.
Jam
Never
ngan ne me
mind,
salak ko ne
stun.
je
Oh, looks like an engage is popping up, and the first blood might be into the table. for
badang ye
Crux
matang dang tang thi
Requiem.
ge jam ta ai yam ta pen re jam ta
To
thi
get
ge
a little bit
China are behind.
next
Without a
turtle
lot,
oi du
like
man
you already mentioned.
there, of course, into red turtle pit.
Mhm.
Forget. He's just retaliating right now. Yeah, screw you for disturbing me
Screw you.
in the early game.
Yep, for now though, seems like the side of
Oh,
Sacred
sida
Shrine are
yang
still
tu
looking for an opening, right?
ai
Just
hai ai hai
waiting
si
for
matang
Crooks
zoi
to
je si
show
lum
up
ma lai
at
re
a
ko
wrong position where they
badang
can
sina
punish
khang
him.
de ma na si
But
bus sang ba si da ma ge
Even
ai
Crooks
kon
is
je
so much more
ma
aware.
ge ai kon nam lai ko
Seems
si
like
jam di
Joseph
re oi
is
la kan ni ba
completely aware of Van's position.
second ma khai
Doesn't come
second
up
ma
though, but
adar
turtle
ma
coming
na
up
dum kin
in
je
fight.
da lang thi san ya adu bu ai yeng ge sam ta ga
Seems
Ma
like
gi mamang de
Joseph is
hero le
completely
to
aware
we.
of Van's position. There's a position where they can punish him. But even
ma gi
Crooks
mamang de
is
hero lai ti
so-
ge do badang
so much
la
more
la bu jam
aware.
la na lai ja
Seems like Joseph
Mana hoje ki
Sacred
boost sang
Shrine
ba
are
si da
still
ko.
looking for an opening, right? Just waiting for Crooks to show up at a wrong position.
na
where
kan
they
na
can
mi na
punish
lum
him.
ni si dum khang ma ne
But
kin
Even
nama
Crooks
tak
is
lang long jalaga
so
wall suka
much
khata
more
bi ko
aware.
kin nam tang tak
Seems
lang long
like
jalaga alti
Joseph
guru
is
guru khinjan
completely
ba
aware
jai
of Van's position.
alti
Doesn't
du lor
commit
matung
though,
du wall
but
khajan
Tonu
ba
coming up in 5.
kai da lai roge
Yep,
kuye
the turtle is going to be set up here again by Kotsugun trying
Sana
to
de the
find
game.
ways, but this time
Adu gini,
around,
guys.
Circuit Shrine are actually very ready to try to go and contest on it. Mountain Soaker
Ado brother
already up, they do
bro
have
ado mayam
the real woman
ne
manipulation. Look at the
jojo
flicker.
glazing to basi
I
yaning do
just missed out on a
jojo
second skill.
glazing
There's not
mayam
going to be
mo
enough
no
fist action coming in, but Eden might be coming in from behind. Look, obviously position of Vance through as well, but Mark and Leo might not just be taken down right here.
Okay,
He's
nan
just
thuk
staying
na
in,
sana
and
be
he's
hero
gonna
ne
go
me
back
je.
at the same time. Eden with the Crimson Beacon onto the other side. The Joy is coming in as well, looking at the damage. Such is like has to watch out his positioning. He's gonna go back as well. Hylos in the midst of 4 people might get taken down here.
Oh.
All as I speak and dead right now, obviously getting that kill. We might have to see the double engage coming up right here, Fedo.
And after that engage,
Not just be taken down right here. His
Manipulation, look at the flicker. Here again by
Adu lai
Kotsugun
dana
trying to find
gi bus
ways,
bijan
but this
udo
time
da se
around,
badang
Circuit
se
Shrine
badang
are
ye flicker
actually
jo
very ready to try to go and contest on it.
Badang
Mountain
flicker jo.
Soaker already up, they do have
Yo.
the real woman manipulation. Look at the flicker.
Art just missed out on his second skill. There's not going to be enough fist action coming in, but Eden might be coming in from behind. Look, obviously position of Vance through as well, but Mark and Leo might not just be
nupi
taken
chele haye bro ji ga chahi 30 se nupi chele de yum na halani 2 minutes 2 minutes 2 minutes kai da lai roge thaina i7 phudha bagi i7 troll toroga ibil no phudha bagi video tharo ga yeng jira nana ga paitha nana minjita Franco how are you bro good 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 nang di uda kuire inao kuire yamba I kuire Bidyandagi yipsidi Karnataka da bro nupi 30 class ni wa sum de di to khangde da di wari to moi mayang gi wari ai khangde ba mayang gi wari che asa khoi ba da gu la ko je ai lon khoi ka le ko Nixon jo ko line up sem ko male torni thok pa gi hoi adumai sanam de ma lai kham da PY VT di awam ni ko 42 seconds ngai yu thak te saru yo ina tawse yo di bro taw da ya de yo di taw gani kaino hojikte zero yo gida ne what is this who is he taw ne hidi moi jimin nam jare sidi i7 fuda video to putoro haire second am tang ayo ko guys chakre Grace White nga tholai ji kai gino Grace White ji na rule tor me ne sida ma Ibil versus IGN ha ji da ne Grace White nga ta tholai jo fatre ko phangje guys phangje upai leite Grace White phu ni ya si de mana content loi thagat le you are not a perfect person Yeah, but the video who is he? Tập tay guys xì bài bịt cái thính hệ chắc mà nào bỏ ra giờ dùng tao lấy cho quá rồi tôi này ấy cái gì bịt lại tiêu nhiều ạ cái tay streamer cái đầu tiên vô là ngang cái ta ninh nghi vậy ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯗꯥ ꯕꯤꯕꯦꯛ ꯅꯤꯛꯁꯟ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯤ ꯇꯤ.ꯋꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗꯦ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯑꯥꯏꯔꯨꯛ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯊꯋꯥꯟ ꯃꯤꯆꯥꯛꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯉꯥꯟ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯃꯨꯠꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯄꯤ.ꯋꯥꯏꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯄꯤ.ꯋꯥꯏꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯅꯤꯍꯦ ꯃꯥꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯅꯤ ꯅꯤꯛꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯂꯦꯞꯄꯨꯔꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯃꯥ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯣ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯇꯦꯛꯁ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯈꯥꯖꯨꯔꯕꯗ ꯈꯥꯖꯨꯔꯗꯣ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯀꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ 2 ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯠꯁꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯕ ꯉꯥꯏꯔꯁꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯏꯅꯧ ꯅꯧꯅ 5 ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯠꯁ ꯑꯃꯈꯛ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯅꯩꯒꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯥꯁꯨ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯦ ꯅꯤꯛꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯔꯦꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯏꯌꯥ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯅꯤꯛꯁꯟꯒ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯃꯤꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯀꯨꯏꯔꯦꯍꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨ ꯎꯈꯤꯗꯕ ꯀꯨꯏꯔꯦ ꯏꯕꯤꯜ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯖꯤꯟꯁꯤ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯗꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯆꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯔꯦꯅ ꯀꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠꯀꯤ ꯂꯣꯒꯣꯁꯤꯅ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯇ ꯑꯞꯁꯥꯏꯠ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯜꯂꯨꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯏꯆꯤꯟ ꯏꯅꯥꯎꯅ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯟ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯁꯦꯝꯗꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯣꯅ ꯎꯄꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯑꯞꯁꯥꯏꯠ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯁꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯀꯣ ꯐꯣꯟ ꯂꯥꯛꯁꯜꯂꯛꯀꯗ꯭ꯔꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯣ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩ DND ꯊꯝꯕꯅꯤ ꯀꯣꯜ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯖꯥꯠꯅꯣ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟꯗꯤ ꯇꯥꯗꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕꯣ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯠ ꯆꯪꯉꯛꯈꯤꯁꯦ ꯍꯜꯂꯣ ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯊꯥꯔꯤꯌꯦ ꯑꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯅꯈꯣꯟꯗꯤ ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯅ ꯇꯥꯔꯅꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯩꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯗꯥꯏ ꯅꯣꯏꯕꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯇꯥꯏꯌꯦ ꯇꯥꯏꯌꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯀꯟꯇꯦꯁ ꯁꯨꯡꯂꯥꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯦꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯐꯤꯂꯤꯄꯤꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯠꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯣꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯨꯜ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯅꯦꯝꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ 10 ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯕꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯈꯠꯂꯛꯑꯗꯤ ꯅꯪꯗꯤ ꯄꯟ ꯇꯥꯔꯦꯍꯦ
ꯃꯥꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯨꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯏꯃꯤꯡꯗꯅꯦ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯀꯥꯟꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯅ 2-3 ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯣꯏ
ꯕꯗꯔꯖꯤꯟ ꯄꯨꯡꯇꯣꯛ ꯇꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯕꯗꯔꯖꯤꯟ ꯑꯁ ꯀꯨꯏꯔꯦꯍꯦ ꯕꯗꯔꯖꯤꯟ ꯄꯥꯎ ꯐꯥꯎꯅꯈꯤꯗꯕ ꯕꯗꯔꯖꯤꯟ ꯇꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯣꯅ ꯒꯦꯡ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯕ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ 4 ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯕ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ 4 ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯩ
ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ 4 ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦꯁꯦ ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯩꯁꯦ ꯅꯤꯛꯁꯟ ꯇꯤꯜꯍꯧꯅꯤ
ꯃꯥꯅ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ 4 ꯍꯦꯛ ꯌꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯩ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯒꯦꯡ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯗꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯎꯔꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅ
ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯁꯦ
사티면에와
ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯐ꯭ꯂꯤꯀꯔꯗ ꯀꯟꯕꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯤꯅꯩꯁꯦ
마는 레스토 강하자고도 아무도 하나도 없네 하고 미스크자 토고 바로 미행오게 오라니나
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ what the hell man ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯣꯠꯁꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯄꯥꯟꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯐꯥꯔꯁ ꯀꯤꯜ ꯄꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯜꯇꯤꯁꯨ ꯄꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯎꯕ ꯍꯧꯗꯦꯅꯦ ꯔꯣꯖꯔꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗ ꯐꯣꯀꯁ ꯇꯧꯏ what the hell man
아주 대단한데 bro 이해와도 ai có ai ca được đâu rồi vai thật à
ꯑꯁ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯠ 5 ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯕꯣ 2 minutes ꯂꯩꯍꯧꯕꯅꯦ 3 minutes ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯀꯗꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯗꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯣꯔꯒꯅꯥꯏꯖꯔ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
우와 지금 미스터
ꯎꯏ ꯑꯜꯇꯤꯗ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯌꯥꯗꯒ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯕ ꯃꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯃꯉꯥꯅꯦꯕ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯗꯣ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯃꯉꯥ ꯅꯪ ꯎꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦ ꯃꯥ ꯊꯛꯀꯠꯄꯩꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯅꯤꯗ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯡ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯒ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯠ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯟꯅꯤꯔꯝꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯁꯦ
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯁꯨ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯇꯣ ꯇꯣꯡ ꯃꯤ ꯆꯠꯂꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯦꯠ ꯕꯦꯛ ꯆꯠꯂꯣꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤ 30 ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟꯃꯨꯛ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯂꯩꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯦ 30 ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟꯃꯨꯛ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕꯤꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯆꯠꯂꯤ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯑꯃꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ ꯊꯧꯔꯤꯒ ꯇꯤꯃꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯝ
ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯇꯣ ꯁꯣꯂꯣ ꯇꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤꯗꯣ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯆꯠꯄꯩ ꯁꯥꯠ ꯂꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯒꯦꯡ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯆꯠꯂꯤꯅ ꯃꯥ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦ ꯀꯅꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯒꯦ ꯇꯤꯝ ꯑꯅꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯉꯥꯛꯇ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯅꯤꯃꯛ ꯁꯞꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯋꯤꯗ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯃꯆꯥ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔꯈꯩꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯁꯞꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯇꯧꯋꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯅ ꯉꯝꯍꯟꯒꯅꯨꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯀꯩ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯕꯔꯗꯔ ꯕꯣꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯣ ꯋꯥꯆ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦ ꯒꯦꯝꯗꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯅꯦ ꯂꯥꯏꯚ ꯀꯝ ꯊꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯒꯥꯏꯁ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟꯁꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯠ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯋꯥꯠꯂꯤ 1 minute left 1 minute left
ꯃꯥꯏ ꯑꯜꯇꯤꯗ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯁ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯅꯦ
ꯅꯪꯅ ꯃꯣꯁꯀꯣ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯔꯣꯖꯔꯁꯦ ꯄꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯋꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ
ꯕꯣꯗꯔ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯣꯁꯀꯣꯒꯗꯤ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯉꯝꯒꯨꯝꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯕꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯔꯣꯖꯔꯅ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯗꯤ 1v1 ꯐꯨꯒꯥꯏꯅꯕꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯏ
ꯗꯕꯦ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯁꯨ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯗꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯑꯣꯏ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯨꯝꯕ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯨꯝꯕꯗ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯃꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦꯃꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯥ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯦꯠ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯦ ꯊꯥꯀꯠꯂꯝꯅꯤ ꯃꯥ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗ ꯊꯥꯀꯠꯂꯝꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯇꯤꯝꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯊꯥꯀꯠꯂꯝꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯃꯥ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯒꯣꯜꯂꯦꯅ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩꯌꯦꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯕ ꯄꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯅꯩꯌꯦ ꯃꯥ
ꯑꯅꯤꯃꯛ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯑꯅꯤꯃꯛ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯃꯩꯇꯩ ꯑꯃꯅꯤꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯋꯥꯠ ꯗ ꯍꯦꯜ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯇꯥꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯁ ꯀꯥꯁꯇꯔ ꯁꯤꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯍꯦ ꯑꯩꯁ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ ꯅ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯀꯥꯁꯇꯔ 3 brand new caster ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯐꯣꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯐꯣꯇꯣꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯞꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯁꯤꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯃꯁꯛꯁꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯕꯗꯨꯗꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯀꯨꯀꯤ ꯃꯆꯥꯒ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗ
ꯅꯪ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤꯗꯨ ꯎꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯩꯕ ꯃꯤꯖꯣ ꯇꯣꯔꯤ ꯂꯦꯟꯒꯤꯗꯨꯗ
ꯃꯤꯖꯣ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯎꯍꯧꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
ꯃꯤꯖꯣ ꯂꯦꯟꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯇꯥ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞꯇꯣ ꯎꯍꯧꯗꯦꯕ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯔꯝꯗ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯇꯥꯏꯔꯕ ꯀꯅꯥꯅ ꯐꯥꯔꯁ ꯇꯥꯏꯕ
LCMꯗ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯐꯥꯔꯁ ꯇꯥꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯅꯨꯡꯗꯥꯡꯗꯨꯗ ꯊꯠꯂ ꯐꯨꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯝꯒ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯗ ꯆꯪꯕꯩ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯗꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯡ ꯃꯆꯥꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯡ ꯃꯆꯥꯅ ꯋꯥꯟꯒ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯐꯨꯅꯤꯍꯦ ꯎꯄꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯍꯦ ꯑꯐꯕ ꯁꯤꯕ ꯈꯜꯂꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯁꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯛꯀꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯂꯥꯏꯞꯁꯦ ꯑꯣꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯑꯝꯇꯪ ꯇꯛ ꯇꯛ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯌꯥꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯆꯁꯃꯥ ꯎꯞꯊꯦꯛꯏꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯕꯤꯅꯤ ꯑꯅꯣꯀꯣꯄꯤꯁꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯁꯤꯁꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯅꯣꯀꯣꯄꯤꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯎꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯛꯀꯦꯀꯣ ꯂꯥꯏꯞꯁꯦ ꯑꯝꯇꯪ ꯇꯛ ꯇꯛ
want to give your enemies.
We were going for that pick, but this time it is Secret Shrine, so a bit change of picks out here for sure, but again, flex pick for sure.
Okay, we can see from here that this time they are prioritizing the Moscow. The previous match it was in the hand of Crisis, but Fate is taking. I mean, sorry. Is it Fate? No, it's actually Crisis against again with the Moscow. I mean, 2 matches he went with the Claude. Now again 2 matches. He's continuously going with the Moscow, while so many options to counter the Moscow is right now open for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puppy Shrek haira.
But the Kimi though, that comes out of nowhere, and with the mid lane,
like a palm de male wali.
Zushin versus Kimi, both can, you know, Kimi can poke, Zushin can really keep
School the eraser
will
be
very different from the previous games.
See, to be honest, it's all
my team
about
sakam my team sa sona hang
who's gonna actually get the
left side ki
advantage
team
in the
sida gi
wars.
anupa ji
So, I think maybe
anupa
the Bucks is
siga
gonna go to the road
asona kang gi
position
kano jiga
again. Maybe not,
Sisi
maybe,
bai jiga
but we can't really ever tell until the last pick is ever picked, and then we've got Gaza Kacha, who is again another flex pick.
Sis
I don't
Ayulaba
even know who's gonna be the roamer, so we can't really pinpoint who's gonna get the advantage. Obviously, Kimi, he's got the range.
live thari na
But
kai kai
in terms
ngang
of
ning ge mayam
everything,
da
I say the Lantern
Sis
can
kan
actually
ka
catch
haider
Kay
ga ngasi da
and make her, easy food for Team Crux Requiem. They've got that maybe,
akhoi kenogi wai sanamine Joseph ke kai lai jo
These are pretty used to heroes that we are, looking at the composition for both these teams. They just are going for the
Email
standard
jang
picks,
war
and
ba.
not too much risk coming yet so far. But the jungle is being banned. Fan is still open actually. Both the junglers
Email
can
jang
play
war ba
really
noi da
well,
yaw
so
da di
we might as
Email
well
je
look at another Fanny game here.
yadre ba I win so lai di I win stream ko da lai I win 27 sila amale 27 sila amale di kai ni no moi hana gi chap manai bo si je kim change to the lineup
have a little bit problem from it.
game sound like tho wo
There is some bans coming in.
ruku
YSS, and from this side they're
game
going for
sound
the
ho gun te
Hylos
na ho
and
gun
Bruno. So it's actually, I mean, they wants to give the
si clean
Jushin
sweep ti
as
to
well
hon no
as,
reverse sweep ni
to
ko
the
koi na pa mi je
Moscow a
reverse sweep
fair
tum tang to khala
gameplay.
de
No, not much hindrance, or you can say
Ôi
objectives
tiền chứ
going
Biết kiểu
against
sĩ
them.
dịp sẽ tù
It's
rẻ
actually a good
Lẽ tù rẻ
draft being cooked up by
Lẽ tù rẻ
Crux Requiem at this moment.
ben ga
Maybe
di
they
udre
wants to
thar ga bo
make their
mi ke
comeback.
khar sok ba de
I mean, it is possible. They are playing against a team who had done this before. 3-0 it was when ABM was cooking up. Then at the last it was 4-3 from eliminators. A myth happened at the
asi ka star ma ji mo pha bi da khal le he ma ji di
in the water, but
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
you know what is the myth?
asi di mai mo pha bi da na tro
Actually, like whoever is the runner up in the last season
asi
is the winner.
koi tum
in
na
the
mo pha bi da na tro chi
So
bo
the last season it was actually anarchy.
te mai ji ma chu ju ma nei mai maning de ji ma chu ma nei ba ma
Position.
ji
So
gi
what do you feel? I mean, the myth is again happening here.
o ma ne bu kem gi ge no de ne
Maybe we are looking at it right
mo
now.
pha bi da
they're
di
on
khana
to
dam ne
ministry,
is
right? 3-0 already.
green screen ga di khana ne ai green screen ga lai ne thoeng ge face
be
cam
very
tawma
well a
green
case
ai
here
loi
with
lai
Crucifix. Like,
aina face
I
cam
don't think,
tawidaba
we cannot
dangai
count
guys
that out, that possibility for
kai
sure.
gino hamba tawdu je noina 10k surba
I'm seeing
ai
the
noida
entire
haigibdo
Gato, Kacha, and Uranus, dude. I
10k
cannot
subscriber
talk
hek
about
surba
prop
face cam
players
tawre
that
ado ai di mo
much.
phabi da di khalloi go
Side of things we could try, unless of course we've got Yisun Shin being unable to kill any of them because they're too tanky. And again, I'll be very honest with you, dude. Yisun
kai no
Shin,
hey
he's got his own work
si
cut
gi
out
mi
for
myam
him.
si customer myam
He
se thabiyo na
big
hack bane
down, especially with a heavy spin. He's gonna have a hard time. I'll actually with a heavy spin, but the curse might be real. I mean,
ai is
proven right.
sida yeng mi nei je mi chani hen ni yeng mi nei je no wakhan di le ni da sing mai je mo phabi da nagai pet ko ai mi khalli je mai ado kimi yaure handaki we got Kimi here. Adu kai no Akai Hyper. Akai Hyper ni ko. Sin Hyper Akai Hyper. Moina Akai pa de handaki ke no pa ga Akai ga ke no ga taw da ni combo was. Amado Arlot
against SS.
Arlot ga ga combo was ya ni wala cham cham unlimited dash to ya ni ta. Crooks ki EXP sile Crooks size ge no ido ni Crooks size Tartarus EXP sin ro.
I mean, the draft is on.
Ai ne haije ma Iron nangi smain number photo lai tro nabani ja nabani ju smain photo namjal lo he hold your arms to khud theksa laga
thinking with this draft, are there any chances that there will be a comeback?
Absolutely.
Me ano pazu na te ano pazu yauri Iron nangi na converse ki kep to usal nangi pamjao na
position out here. And you know guys, this could be the very well final game of the night. Before that, you can just put down your prediction. But
our game 4 sida ET na card tournament mai card ni ko
for the maybe the potential final game in the series, Croc Requiem versus Sacred Shine as a take on
Aroi bi Rose ni to hai je mayang ma sa di so ai ade he bro
in the
mayang
North
sa di ade
3.0. But Crucifix, what do you think? How will this early game span out?
do koi mai tem sa lo support to ko team any team na mai tem sa ama kha was yaw dum support to ko
very numb. Nobody's gonna actually try to.
Mayam sa di ade
Has the advantage in terms
I wins law.
We've already seen him take the blue directly go to the other
side. I wins. Mayam the high dra.
Against Crisis. They might actually have the advantage, especially with his abilities. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? This is something we saw yesterday too. Page with the CC against Dada. So
I rook ki na Nafi foi ve gi half se. Nafi foi gi ne ma phajana. Songi kai ba. Lango gi NIT gi Nafi da player mo ma foi gi ne ni ma.
You know what? They're giving early rotation towards the goal side as well, not giving any chance to the goal laner.
Foi ve mi au ni na phone na phone the sal na. Nafi jama loi foi do.
So
adu do Ogri do ma 2022 22 gi Ogri do
also followed here. I feel so.
Magmana kong sida phone am thesal le do gan mana foi gi na pi me am lai play ma dai jaga da sit nan min fight hore first blood long na de minute ani su jala ka da for no first blood total da khangani
I thought they
actually a papaya.
Yeah.
Yes,
So I think the next objective should be getting the control around that pit, but level 4 not really reach for the goal. Oh, mid lane once again.
Oh, I thought the Revitalize being popped. It's not going to be available in the turtle fight. The turtle is going to start now. It's 2 minutes into the game. I think Crux Requiem don't really want to engage and risk it all for this.
Turtle.
I think right now.
My drops again. She goal in now. Goal in sana ya.
Dragon.
You know why is it
Dragon engages from the
Root over here backline.
Oh my goodness! Baksha goes in.
Nice victory.
Ishanchin taking out the turtle. He managed to take down the Baksha. Ishanchin coming in. Dragon got down. Katot Kacha still standing on. Ishanchin being forced out for the safer zone. But right now,
Was it?
Oh, Satoru will be taking a double. Straight and he just missed by an inch.
I was
Oh my goodness.
And the game is actually getting so fast paced, right? From the first turtle, 2 kills from both the sides.
This is my
Actually kind of playing inside of Team Sacred Shrine at this point.
สนามไปเด็ด
It's
นี่เนี่ย
an almost 1k goal lead at this point and 3 minutes into the game. So again, I think this will kind of set the tempo of the game, right?
เต็นชันวางกูจะนี่ในมาเกมอารมณ์นะอาวัตตะฟานดิ
getting
อัล
the
ตี
kills will be okay, but objectives on top, right, Chris?
เต็นชันวางกูจะยาดำนี่เนี่ย
Oh man, look, I think Crisis might be in a little bit of a crisis
สิมวยสิกิมวยกิติมได้ขนาดเต็นชันวางยิง
track doing a little bit of that, you know, taunting on the
UNS
enemy,
ka di
making sure
is
they don't actually jump
mayung
in the
ngi
tower,
da
take
to
it down. I think Fate and also Art don't really want to engage there, but look at the bot
Keep
lane,
going.
there's a bunch of anime type bullshit happening. They're just tanking all of that. Beef stick is what I call that.
มาทักยิงเกมมาทักยิงเกม cameraman
Nothing much
อุปร์ดะ
happening.
อุปร์ดะ
Team Crux Requiem don't really want to risk anything as of right now. They just want to make it play it
Yeah,
safe.
they don't
make
like
sure
it,
actually
yeah.
เกมน่ะ
expanding
อีชาน่ะกับไฟ
the
อีชาน่ะกับ
matches.
เลี้ยงกันเปลี่ยนเสื้อกัน
Only
แล้ว
lost
นี่
3 games.
Crystal Maiden จุ่มเมกันจะ Crystal Maiden โอ้น้ำเลยน้ำเลย
Comes in, it is, there you go, Kimmy falls out.
ตัวตาเกเกนเซอร์ฮีโร่เหมือน
In right now, they're going for the Art. Art is still standing, but 4 people are trapping him down. Fate comes
Bye,
in
Lin,
with the CC
Karo,
there.
bye,
Your
Karo,
plays
Karo.
are already on. Black Dragon Ping there. Oh my goodness, look at the damage onto that Uranus. Going back into the sleeper zone, 1 for North Wave. Actually won the fight.
Okay. I think they're finally disengaging, right? But the turtle will be up soon. Another skirmish might just take place.
Okay, Mountain Shocker for the vision. Mount, oh my goodness,
Burst away, one burst away. Kanana nga minu khande, pudara.
Oh, and there will be
Eme nga
another
da pudalo ne.
engage onto the Baxia. Yuzong finds a kill onto Totkacha. That's a good one. They're winning the fight again and again. This is not a good case in a do or die set for
easy
yours.
turtle
And,
tower manung da halak kadra ne
He's not even letting go of Eden, dude. What? Dude, stop it.
dam sa ning jing draw
Stop
UNS
it, dude. Get
easy
down.
easy
Absolutely.
Sagi UNS
Moving
में
out
आगे
here,
दाम
right?
सारी
Top
over
lane
way
2 being pressured by Bait at this point. The Crisis trying his best to clear it out, and he should be able to do so. There's a bit of rotation from R2, but they should be okay. The balls still are, into the side of Croc Requiem. But
Yeah.
again, the pressure at this point that is being built up from the side of Shaker Shine is too much. And look at the damage coming out of this Kimi too here, Crooks. He's stealing.
Mika yang ke koi go 300 kano 314
It's horrible.
Likes on them
It's
go guys
absolutely horrible. Right now, the tanky heroes are not tanky enough. They don't got the items.
See the red
at
teams in
all.
the card.
I'm very, very honest with
Games
you.
best of
If you have
7
a tank,
4-0 da
you
moina
need to
thoi
make
ding
sure you stand up to the late game to actually be tanky. Again, you have to stay until the late game because Moscow really needs the amount of farm that actually, suits a good goal laner. He's not getting that because of the pressure that's being applied by a Sacred Shrine. They're doing amazing, but the thing is,
I wins
they
to
put
moy
all
ala
their
wai da
eggs in
khang brang
one
ho ka
basket,
limba
and that
hes kon
basket's
dim
late game. Look at that, though.
sidre
Hey, Uranus right now in the trouble there.
Okay.
Mountain Shocker comes in.
Ay,
It's
team, I'm gonna
Romcom
have
giving
to
the
put it-
final blow onto Uranus. And he'll
Ay,
be taken
sam ga
down.
tawag.
27 it is. But you know what? This is not at all a good case. Van
Bro,
Santoro
yeah,
is
the
getting
Bushido
the
aga play
snowball,
ka to
and you
sunod. But the
all
Joker
know
OP.
he with the
Play it
Ishan Shin, when he
already, bro.
got the snowball, he's kind of, menace.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also saw the difference in farm, right? Bot lane, first two turtle taken down, mid lane 2, a bit of skirmish coming, top
I
lane 2,
know.
dual fights actually happening around the map, but I think so. Tartarus should be okay, but again, current call. But Kimi with a traction pulse does not connect
See,
on
yo.
such a slide, but okay. I think they want to disengage, but Romcom has
fight ni
different
ko moina
plans here.
tease
He's
mi
brought
mga
back-
mga fight man ni
Okay.
Istung jang re blind
He missed onto a Natalia right now. One other engage coming in. He doesn't have a ultimate. Mountain Shocker there runs Thora from behind.
85
Doing a
nang
lot of
re.
damage.
Manze.
Okay, Yuzong going for the engage there. Heavy spin
Ah,
comes
masap
in by
pija.
Joseph. Oh my goodness, he trap it down. But can he
Team
be
Kaja
out
ro
or
ini
not?
kenapa sih dari?
Damage
Kenapa sih dari?
So from the behind. A lot of things happen. But they didn't lost any. So it's actually-
Yeah.
I mean, quite
Final
good
lo si
for
Bumane,
Classic,
final.
They actually played it well.
Yeah, both the teams actually used a lot of resources, but the turtle is up here. Crooks
Nahin no, Cam,
will
delay
go
lang
for
yung
a battle. I mean, a contest here. Croc Requiem, they're kind of behind.
I don't feel
When Moscow does not have its cooldown set up for a turtle fight right now. Van Santoro has all the advantage.
Who is it, Vance, yeah?
The bot lane. One
Ay,
person down.
kayo no,
Crisis
ma, tawag mo
is
hot cray.
absolutely getting shredded in the
Ay,
top
kali.
lane with a curtain call. Van Santoro just
Yeah, I know.
walks away from the turtle who was low on HP. And let the not retribution, the damage just come on its own. The jungle boots doing the damage, but not the
Okay, just one last time. Are you going against the Bakshia? All those resources, and from behind, it's bursting you down. Fate just joined the team fight, taking out Joseph. Their AOG managed to take down Bakshia. Fall down.
What is this?
Okay, they managed to take down 27, killing spree for Romcom. There you go. Crisis will be finding a kill, a shutdown onto the Romcom there.
Nah, cái the mang rồi, cái game sanadre, only lap tháp cái tani coi
So Kacha still fighting at the tier 2 in the mid right now.
Game chỉ lùi rồi tới reverse sweep là luôn ta. The poor clean sweep ta đây này, 4-0.
Hꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ kill ꯂꯧꯔꯁꯨ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯗ ꯒꯣꯜꯁꯦ ꯕꯣꯟꯅꯁꯦ ꯇꯞꯇꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯔꯕꯅꯦ. ꯀꯝꯕꯦꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯩ ꯆꯥꯟꯁꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ.
ꯁꯤ ꯊꯥꯡꯒ ꯇꯦꯡꯒ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦ bounty ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ bounty ꯋꯥꯡꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ. ꯀꯥꯁꯔꯒꯤ prediction ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ. 4-1, 4-3, 4-2, 4-1. M7 की prediction तो वो मनी को M7 की टाइप है कोई इंडिया दा.
I bet they're gonna sing a song for the ages when Crux Requiem take the loss. But look at the Mountain Shocker.
Okay, another fight, another
Look
engagement. This time in the jungle. Crux Requiem. There you go. Crux 4 people captured there. The Totkasha in a very bad position right now. We'll be going back. Crimson Bacons comes in for the crowd there. Not much damage from Van Torus.
Come back. Damn it.
Come back here.
And second tier here down, Crooks. Bot lane, not safe.
All tier 2s are going down. All of it is going down. Crux Requiem are losing up on a lot. Art gets taunted, but that's not going to do anything. I think the Holy Shield is gone now.
YouTube
looking very dire from the side of Team Crux Requiem.
With the jungle capped, 10 to 14.
Zero से मैं इतने zero से
क्या such as live whereas Satoru, he has 8,000, almost nearly double the farm, and the goal to raid 8,000 to a mere 6,000.
Sige load push idalo sang de mala game de.
The goal lead which is broadening up at this point, nearing to a staggering.
Kimi se kai no mana sai demon hunter ke dom sai.
So they're literally having a walk in the park at this point, like.
Demon hunter blade armor da thaja lekhat pani ko double zat pani.
They have gotten themselves in a pothole here.
Oh, dude.
Prediction ka tawre.
It is happening, guys. It is happening.
Big fan, Badar Ruru Nam. Welcome to the
stream.
stream.
To go for a 4-3,
Mr. Pentagon leader.
4-2, but now it will be a 4-0, but the name will be Sacred Shrine, and he's kind of dominating their side this time.
Akai ke position jo.
Every drop is working for them. There you go. Panda got zoned out by the CC. Fate coming in. Okay, Mountain Shocker there.
Lord lacking I the me money the set no hey, the looking no hey is Karo by Sangre.
Romcom, no need to. I will engage there onto the inhibitor. Will be falling down from the board. Holy Shield popped up as well into the pit. There you go. They managed to pop down.
Lord Kiming the Taran post Demon Hunter half yung Kimi the Demon Hunter man.
This is insane going in by
Black Armor. Eh, namme. Okay, no kata horo.
People are trapping down. He is the goal. Are you sure about it? AOG for the save coming in.
Asidi yado madre guys.
Infiltrating the base of
Passe guy re bro. Benjians ka tawaga. Asidi clean sweep tayo na. ET. ET na nai re sidi 4-0. Grand final thì lại khách này mình nén lo cả Barak Onzen đi GG TT wins the match 4-0 này của 4-0 cái gì lại khách này watch party plus after a long time stream kita maktab but thank you for the 40 rupees super chat but the boning thâu ra
absolutely cruise
super chat ek tau sala pui ti na kasang ni
they got out
GG.
They got taken down in a 4-0 frenzy
Later sila loy again besok 7 ne besok 9 rồi này
3.0 and they will be
ato mi sumayam lai nga sida ko moi ki stream sida giveaway tau ni ha bani moi ki ji ki live thai stream je si je war drum game sai je ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯋꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯣꯏ ꯒꯤꯕ ꯋꯦꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯪꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗ ꯑꯣꯡꯂꯤ ꯁꯕꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯦꯅꯦꯜꯗꯣ ꯁꯕꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯝꯇꯪ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯝꯃꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯒꯤꯕ ꯋꯦꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯖꯣꯏꯟ ꯇꯧꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯒꯤꯕ ꯋꯦ ꯇꯧꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯃꯄꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯂꯋꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯡꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯣ ꯒꯤꯕ ꯋꯦ ꯑꯃꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯎꯁꯜꯂꯝꯃꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯅꯩꯔꯦꯍꯦ
Amazing.
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞꯁꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯀꯥꯏ ꯑꯄꯥꯏ ꯄꯣꯏꯁꯤꯅꯦ ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯞ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ
It's not going to be anything insightful. It's just the fun fact that we've got a
ꯍꯥꯎꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯍꯦ
big
ꯖꯤ
black
ꯖꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ
dragon,
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤꯕꯣ
you know,
356
trying to
ꯑꯗꯣ
chase
ꯃꯔꯛ ꯊꯠꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
Uranus
ꯂꯥꯏꯛ
and
ꯅꯝꯁꯤꯜꯂꯝꯃꯨꯀꯣ
maybe
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ
even
ꯂꯥꯏꯛꯁꯦ
a
300
mountain
ꯐꯥꯎꯗꯗꯤ
sucker
ꯌꯧꯍꯟꯁꯤ
on Uranus.
ꯂꯥꯏꯛ
It was
ꯅꯝꯁꯤꯜꯂꯝꯃꯣ
all about the Uranus. They were
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
marking him
ꯃꯇꯨꯡ
down.
ꯇꯥꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ
So sad.
ꯊꯥꯗꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯠ
Yeah,
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ
I think
ꯋꯥꯆꯦꯞꯀꯤ
they
ꯀꯝꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯇꯤ
really
ꯑꯃ
shut
ꯍꯥꯡꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ
down
ꯋꯥꯆꯦꯞꯀꯤ
his
ꯀꯝꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯇꯤꯁꯦ
ideas a
ꯑꯩꯒꯤ
lot well right in this game.
ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ
So
ꯗꯤꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯞꯁꯟꯗ
therefore,
ꯂꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯞꯄꯅꯤ
it got
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
so much
ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯑꯣ
advantage.
ꯋꯥꯆꯦꯞ
Even in this
ꯀꯝꯃ꯭ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯇꯤꯗ
game, we see right.
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄꯥꯎ ꯐꯥꯎꯅꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ
Having
ꯑꯞꯗꯦꯠ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
three
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ
tanky
ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯀꯔꯝ
frontliners
ꯀꯥꯟ
did
ꯂꯥꯏꯚ
not end
ꯊꯥꯒꯅꯤ
really
ꯈꯣꯠꯂꯛꯀꯅꯤ
well
ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ
because
ꯍꯥꯏ
the Zushin is more of a utility out here, right? She does not
ꯑꯗꯨꯅ
deal
ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒꯦ
very massive damage, which is
ꯒꯨꯗ ꯅꯥꯏꯠ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯃꯣ
required
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯗꯔ
to take down the back line because there are a lot of people who are dealing continuous damage. Once Arturo bid onto that Kimi, they have so high damage once the game goes from mid to late game. Even in the
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
early
ꯁꯤꯗ
game,
ꯂꯥꯏꯚꯁꯦ
we saw that thing happening
ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯦꯜ
too. So
4-0ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
I
ꯈꯤꯇꯪ
feel
ꯈꯤꯇꯪ
again,
ꯇꯦꯟꯇꯛ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ
Ash was talking about the execution. I think this time the
ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ
draft
ꯖꯤ ꯏꯇꯤꯅ
really
ꯀꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯅ
sided with the
ꯑꯩꯅ
side of
ꯋꯥꯆ ꯄꯥꯔꯇꯤ
Stagnation anyway,
ꯇꯧꯕꯈꯩꯁꯤ
Ash.
ꯏꯇꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
But you know what? I mean,
ꯏꯇꯤ
they got
ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯤ
Jushin there. They got everything for a counter. If
ꯃꯁꯪꯒ
you
ꯁꯦꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
see,
ꯍꯣꯏ
I
ꯍꯣꯏ
mean,
ꯑꯩꯁꯨ
are you
ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒꯦ
sure that
ꯕꯥꯏ ꯕꯥꯏ ꯒꯨꯗ
Moscow
ꯅꯥꯏꯠ
can
ꯑꯦꯚ꯭ꯔꯤꯋꯥꯟ
be
ꯒꯨꯗ
gapped
ꯅꯥꯏꯠ
by
ꯒꯥꯏꯁ
SC? I know
Bye
this
bye.
meta is going on right now. You can go with a 2 EXP. I've seen it with a
Don't forget to like the
Pakito.
stream.
I've seen it with a Masha. I've seen
Good
it
night.
with a
Good night.
Ruby. Even I've seen it with a